Wait, guys. Oh, this video looks so good. Fuck. So is it just like this alligator that people like? That's just flat as fuck? Okay. You wouldn't get it? Sorry, my bad. Why not do Shut the Fuck Up Friday? I feel like that's played out. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm mistaken. I'm getting my snacks so I don't have to get up in the middle of stream. Okay. I have to get my marbles in order. But now, all of the marbles in order. Every marble. Infernal martyr. Okay. Oh, come on, we were vibing? Sorry. My bad. My bad. My bad. Did you actually get snacks or was it just a pile of salt? No, I got real snacks, guys. I got real snacks. All right. Okay. Well, everybody. Good morning. Hi, 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 hi. I hope you guys are having a good Friday so far. We have a lot of random fun stuff to get to, which is why I made it a fun day Friday. I don't know how many of you guys saw the crazy shits that's been happening in the past, I don't know, 24, 48 hours. I have to talk about the JP Morgan thing. I have to talk about it. I have to talk about the office sex slave JP Morgan. I have to talk about it. The cannons. I have to talk about it. The what? Okay. we have to. I thought JP Morgan was a finance guy. Wait a minute. Excuse me? Yeah, Where's the denim sign? How do I know that it's denims or not denims? Sorry, it's over here. I told myself to hang that up yesterday, and then I did a bunch of other stuff. Is this about Morgpie? No. That's a different sex slave story. I guess JP Morgpie sex slave on Twitch. I do think, like, I'm gonna say something very bold, which is, God, Morgpie is so funny. God, she's so fucking funny. I love how mad she makes people. Oh my God. I can't. I just can't. I can't handle it, dude. Is anything even crazy anymore? Hey. Shit is so crazy, bro. Who's Morgpie? Please, I'm not chronically online. The streamer. And she does a lot of crazy stuff on Twitch that makes people really mad. She was the one who started the black bar meta, where she said that she was wearing like a bra or like pasties or something like that, but she had just like a black bar, so it looked like implied nudity. And then she wore shorts that were green and green screened Fortnite on her ass. So she was playing Fortnite and it was being cast on her ass on Twitch. And then most recently she's had I guess like a human pet on stream. I'm sorry. I think that shit's hilarious. I can't help myself. I can't. And it's such good rage bait. Like, it just, people get so mad. It's just, I can't help it. I can't help it. Does she shock it? I think so. But anyways, neither here nor there. Want to talk about that. And then, there was this AOC clip that I saw that's like making the rounds that I really want to get into. And then I didn't realize there was more to the Erika Kirk segment that we watched yesterday, but there was so much more. So we have to get to it. And then I have some variety content, and then maybe also the pet on stream wasn't even good. Not good pet play. Clicks before the command, no good. I know we hate Jubilee, but have you guys seen some of the new Jubilee videos? Wait, are there actually? Are the new ones good? Chatter. Chatter's trying to like get fucking hanged in Town Square in Chatter Town Square. What the? I haven't checked Jubilee in so long. I look up Jubilee. I'm not even going to describe it. I'll just show it to you guys. Also, just to finish up the title, it may sound like a dumb question, but has that wall always been purple? I want to say yes to gaslight you, but I feel like that's mean, so I'm just going to tell you no. But I do think it would be fun. Maybe like for maybe it would be fun to do it to mean chatters. We can all collectively gaslight the mean chatters, guys. All right. What was I saying? Oh, I forgot to turn on the fan. I was like, I have like a routine that I like to do before stream that makes it's like the stream will be good if I do these things. And one of them is opening my window and turning on the fan. I forgot to do that, so I have to do that, or else I'll get legally squashed. Hold up, wait. I'll for people who aren't on audio only. For if you're on audio only, I'm just gonna edge you. But if you're not on audio only, you can see this is the first time I've looked up Jubilee in months, maybe weeks, and this is the funniest. This is it speaks for itself. To be honest, though, I can't tell which one would be worse for mobile viewers and for audio listeners. I looked up Jubilee videos, and the most recent Jubilee video they did was 4 days ago, and it's titled One Israeli versus 20 Pro-Palestinian Activists. And genuinely, I cannot tell if it would have been worse the other way around. One pro-Palestinian activist versus 20 Israelis. I think that one probably would have been better because I feel like it would have only been a matter of time before like violence took place. You know what I mean? Until like someone just like reached over and tried to like grab him or something or like beat the shit out of him. My girlfriend went to high school with this guy. This Israeli guy's actually just French. Wait, what? The 20 Israelis eventually just attacked the pro-Palestinian. Yeah. They would have put like Mehdi Hassan in and like they just would have gone straight into like being racist. They would have been like, well, actually I forgot to mention, I don't think you should be able to exist as a human being. It's like, huh? Huh? One pro-Palestinian versus 20 Israelis is just called a trap. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe this one would go. Maybe this one goes crazy. I can't tell, and I'm kind of scared to click that. I did want to watch. Um, did we ever watch? I thought this guy. I thought it's not a weed fan. It's an anxiety fan. I thought that guy did it his own roundtable one, not this face-off thing. I don't want to see this. But anyways, the 20 IDF officers do a reenactment, bro. Calm down. Oh, no. Stop. All right. I beat that Israeli guy 1v1 in CS. Well, yeah, you're not a child. Hello? Next question. All right. Was that your Dean impression? That's what his name is. Dean. I keep wanting to say Dean Witherspoon, but I know that that's not his last name. But anyways. Okay. Did you see Adam Mogler piss Scoot Jennings off? I think that's on the list for things to get to today. Dean What's his last name? I don't know what his last name is. Okay. I had an anxiety joint this morning. Dean without her spoon. Oh, Dean Withers. Oh, his name is just Dean. Damn, he's spoonless. What the fuck? Dude, get that guy his fucking spoon back. All right. No, no. Oh my god, and I totally forgot. We never get a chance to get to the fucking shoe on head video. That's so entertaining, so we have to do that, alright? Alright, we have a lot. Oh no, wait, there's a continue. Wait, we have to, before we do anything else, there's more. How it all started. The comedian from yesterday that I tortured you guys with, he put out another piece.
Wow. Really nice to be back. 51st state. Shut up. Everybody complaining is poor.
Wait, what? Sorry, maybe I didn't hear it. In the 51st state. Okay, Canada?
Shut up. Everybody complaining is poor. Everybody booing that is poor. All rich people are like, yeah, this is the America right now. I don't give a shit. Just poor people like, bad. Every problem we have will be solved by 51st state. Every problem. Right? Indians and Muslims everywhere. 51st state. Let ICE cross the border from Buffalo into Niagara Falls.
I guess I'm not understanding the joke. Is he saying that, like, we're gonna take all the Indians and Arabs into Canada? Is that what the joke is? He didn't really execute it very well. Every problem would be solved by the 51st state. Indians and Muslims everywhere. 51st state. Let ICE cross the border. Or is he saying, like, I'm genuinely, he didn't actually say the joke. He just said, like, we have so many problems. Also, is he even Canadian? I don't even know if he's Canadian. Ben. So when he says all of our problems, is he saying that, like, he's Canadian and that's a Canadian problem, or is he American and he's saying it's an American problem that would be solved by taking Canada? Does someone explain to me, is he Canadian or not? Just, that's the one question I have. Okay, it says, I'm looking online, it says he's originally from Toronto. It says he's Canadian. Okay, so he's saying, like, Canada would become the 51st state and then ICE would just come to Canada and then deport the Indians and Muslims?
Problem. Right? Indians and Muslims everywhere. 51st state. Let ICE cross the border from Buffalo into Niagara Falls. Start doing some deportations.
Is that it? Is that the... Does this guy know how to, like, tell a joke? You can't just, like, wait. This is why I don't call myself a comedian, because this is what I do. And somehow better than this guy who calls himself a comedian. He just, like, points at the things and then tells people, okay, this is what's funny, you should laugh at it. It's like the equivalent of saying, like, what about airline food? It's like, but you didn't actually tell a joke. You didn't have, like, a setup and then a punchline and then maybe in the future a callback. You're just, like, saying the things and hoping that they're funny enough on their own. Shut up, Chance's poop pants. He has the concept. He has the concept of a joke. He's got, like, the concept of a joke. This is me when I'm, like, workshopping a joke, when I'm like, she ink on my ribbon. She be inking. She Oh, it's there somewhere. I just don't know how to deliver this. This is not. This is horrible. This is like actually not good. This is not good. I guess this was the lead up to what this woman got triggered by. But it wasn't funny. Maybe he should try telling funny jokes and then people will laugh. I don't know. Is that not a little crazy that you're like upset that people aren't laughing because your jokes aren't funny? Oh, whatever. Basically, he was just being over the top racist. Keep posting through it, loser. Fucking Christ, dude. Yeah, I don't. She rib on my save till I ink. Nice. His comedy is something I would appreciate being embargoed from entering the US. True, fucking true, dude. Like, true. I've never seen a more true statement in my life. Anyways, that was awful. That was, you know, low-key, it's kind of, for someone who seemingly doesn't like liberals from the way that he speaks, or like people on the left or whatever, evidently from his like jokes or whatever, he really is kind of following the DNC like playbook of fail to do thing, blame the audience for your failures. He's kind of giving liberal. He's kind of giving Democrat. Run horrible campaign. People don't vote for you. Blame the people for not voting for you. Tell awful jokes. Nobody laughs, or like very few people laugh, and some people are like, okay, this is just weird, champ. And then blame those people for not laughing at your unfunny jokes. All right. Before I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, chat. I'm pulling it up. We're getting this out of the way. We're getting it out of the way now. Oh, wait, sorry. How could I forget? I totally forgot to talk about this yesterday. I don't know how it slipped my mind. This is very important breaking news. Why is there no audio? I don't understand why there's no audio. The South California city of Westminster has officially installed Charlie Kirkway sign to honor the late conservative activist. Yay! Dude. You shouldn't do... Charlie Kirkway, I just popped up Kirkway. I'm gonna say, everyone else in chat is saying it. Someone's gonna steal that sign. That sign is gonna get stolen so fast. I am not even gonna lie, dude. The desire to have that sign in my background is so high. I want that sign so badly. I know I can't have it, but I want it so badly. Also, stealing is a crime, chat. Don't steal. Okay. Did you guys see this? This TMZ AOC interview? Why is TMZ doing actual political content better than like actual news organizations?
Hey, if you could click your fingers and Tucker Carlson is president instead of Donald Trump, would you do it?
I don't know. I don't think so, but it's kind of a toss-up. I'm not really sure.
Okay, last thing then.
Yeah, the caption says, Representative AOC, TMZ, are we going to have a female president first or a G*Y president? The first time I read this, I was like, our first guy president? Haven't we had a lot of guys? I was like, wait, that can't be right. Boy? Huh? That seems like a weird question for TMZ to ask. I was like, what? think there's a chance that we might have had one, but oh, gay. Why the fuck is gay censored? Why the fuck is gay censored? I was like, what the fuck?
What do you think we're going to have first? Are we going to have a female president first or a gay president?
Oh, well, we don't know if we've already had a gay president.
Hey, that's true.
I think there are chances that maybe we have, but I don't know.
If you had to guess, what do you think we'll have first? Because a lot of people are like, we tried female candidates a couple times in a row. Yeah. They didn't work out. So, like, Democrats are now...
Sorry, what a crazy way to frame that. Well, we tried a couple of female candidates and it didn't work, so... We're going back to men, all right? It's like, what? So what exactly, wait, just really quickly. Is the takeaway that, like, Americans don't want to vote in women? Like, what's the takeaway exactly, TMZ? I just want to know. TMZ says Americans are uniquely sexist. Is that right? Is that right? But also, maybe pick a woman that everyone doesn't hate first. But also two things. One, I feel like it's important to pull up that one comic. The TMZ guy saying this literally. And it's that, I forget what's the name of the comic artist? KCD. Saying it's on the left side of the panel. It's a stick figure that's presumably male talking to a stick figure that's male, and the one guy says, "Wow, you suck at math." And then in the second panel, it's the same exact panel except the person doing the math is a woman, and it says, "Wow, girls suck at math." But doing that for an actual TMZ interview is really funny. And then finally, I want to say, yeah, the saying is, if you fail, don't try again. It's definitely not if you fail, try again. It's if you fail, give up. Okay? Yeah, we tried this whole woman thing twice by picking unlikable women. And it didn't work. We should just stop. Oh, okay. Okay. Hillary also won the popular vote by almost 3 million. Yeah, it's because we just should stop doing that.
They didn't work out. So, like, Democrats are now a little bit...
And, like, to be clear, and I've said this many times, and I think I really don't think my stance is controversial at all. Make women likable again. What was I going to say? Don't get me wrong. Some part, like, I would say less than 5%, but some part of Hillary Clinton's loss and Kamala Harris's loss is absolutely because they are women. It's just that the vast majority of the reason that they lost is because they ran poor campaigns. And if they had just run a good campaign, they would have won. All they needed to do was run a good campaign and they would have won. That's it. Because that was way more of the reason why people didn't vote. Stiff and unlikable. Well, that was Hillary. I didn't think Kamala Harris was stiff and unlikable. I think Kamala Harris was like, she didn't focus or dial in on any issues. So I think that didn't play out well. I'm just saying, like, personally, I don't think that the Biden campaign was run particularly better than, like, the Hillary or the Kamala campaign. Like, in my opinion, Joe Biden's campaign was pretty mediocre. It was pretty mediocre. And I also think if Joe Biden was a woman, he probably would have lost. If we transed Biden, I think he would have lost. Because he didn't really run a good campaign. Just the standard is your campaign actually has to be good and it can't just be milquetoast. So, yeah.
Hesitant about doing it again.
I mean, honestly, I think anything can happen. I don't really buy into the skepticism. A man has lost almost every presidential election. as well. And so when it comes to women, you know, I think it's more about what we're actually fighting for, right? As opposed to the body that we're in. And so I think it's about not taking, you know, big money, fixing campaign finance reform and trying to fight for people and, you know, raise wages and help people make a living. And I think that if we have someone who fights for the right things and speaks to the right people, then, you know, maybe we can overcome the gender gap in that and be able to make history. But I think it's really important that we're able to talk in a way that, you know, really speaks to people's hearts.
Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you,
I appreciate you.
of course.
Thank you. Bye.
Great answers. Great answers. Beautiful. You gotta love like sample sizes too. And it's like, whoa, should we stop running women as candidates? Should we stop doing that? Also, like, the reality is that this is like the exact same thing that's been said for years about every group. Reporter seemed a bit awkward, but good intention, I guess. I mean, it's a TMZ reporter. All right. AOC, what if we were normal, actually? What if we were normal? Okay, I wanted to share that with you guys. I saw people being like, she's a woman of the people and has her staffer holding her umbrella for her. It's like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? You people fucking can't do anything, man. You people can't do anything. That's called job creation. How dare she pay people? What the hell? So insane. Perhaps it's because she constantly gets interviewed anywhere that she walks. Whoa. Whoa. So stupid. Anyway. New York Times, should we never run women candidates ever again? Opinion piece. Yes, we should never run them again. All right. Okay. Dude, I can't with. All right, I'm getting into it. I'm gonna get into it. I know I said I was gonna do the shoe on head segment, but I changed my mind. I need to do the sexual harassment thing, the sex slave thing. I don't know how many of you guys saw this. Glamorous JP Morgan executive accused of turning married male broker into her office sex slave claims of Viagra spiking and litany of obscene forced acts that made him cry. Now, hold your judgments till the end, viewers. Viewers, please. Something very important. I will give you guys one small spoiler. One small spoiler, which is this lawsuit that was raised and these court documents have now been rescinded for correction. They've been withdrawn for correction. Let's read. Okay? A JP Morgan executive allegedly used her power to sexually harass and abuse a junior male employee, drugging him and subjecting him to racial abuse and threatening his career when he refused her advances, according to a lawsuit. Lorna Hashdina, 37, an executive director in JP Morgan Chase's leveraged finance division, is accused in the filing of coercing a male married banker into non-consensual and humiliating sex acts over months, despite his pleas for her to stop. He claims, excuse me, he claims that she admitted to drugging him with the date rape drug roofies on multiple occasions, and during one encounter berated him as he cried while she performed a sex act on him against his will. It was filed on Monday in New York County Supreme Court by a plaintiff proceeding anonymously as John Doe, who claims he chose to hide his name hide his name to protect himself and his family after receiving threats. Lawsuit accuses JP Morgan Chase of enabling the alleged abuse and retaliating against the banker after he reported it. Neither of them have responded. Wrong. They have responded since then, which we will get to. Well, sorry, at the time of the filing, or at the time of this article, they had not responded. Okay. And then this is the woman in question. And so, like, let me read you some of the stuff in the filing. All right. Doe, who is Asian, joined as senior VP/director that Mark, and Hajdini was appointed to the team in a senior role the following month. In early 2024, May 2024, Doe alleges Hajdini dropped her pen on the floor next to his desk and, while bending to pick it up, rubbed his leg and squeezed his calf. He claims she remarked, "Oh, did you play basketball in college? I love basketball players. ... They get me so wet." From there, Doe alleges the advances grew more explicit and frequent. Later that May, Doe said in a complaint that Hajdini invited him out for drinks, but he declined. In response, she's alleged to have said, "If you don't fuck me soon, I'm going to ruin you. Never forget, I fucking own you." Twice, Doe claims that Hajdini propositioned him for oral sex in the office, on one occasion asking, quote, "Birthday BJ for the brown boy? My little brown boy." That is an official quote. Okay? I had to read it slowly just to make sure that I haven't gone insane. Let's continue. While Doe claims he continued to resist her advances, she repeatedly threatened professional retribution. And then this continues. Eventually, Doe claims the alleged harassment escalated into assault. 2 witnesses are cited in the complaint as corroborating parts of his account. Doe alleges that Hajdini used escalating threats and racial abuse to coerce him into performing sexual acts. He also claimed that Hajdini admitted to drugging him with the date rape drug and other drugs without his knowledge before some encounters to incapacitate him and facilitate sexual activity. Doe claimed that Hajdini used her executive status to gain unauthorized access to his bank account to track his every move. And I want to skip ahead to this one particular line, which is insane. All right. Inside of the lawsuit, Hajdini allegedly made sexual advances on Doe, which he rebuffed, insisting he wasn't interested. She allegedly removed her shirt, began fondling her breasts, and then racially insulted Doe's wife, remarking, quote, "I bet your little Asian, quote, fish head, quote, wife, doesn't have these cannons." I had to say quote enough times to make sure that this does not get clipped, even though that's not how you use quotes. Because that is an insane sentence. And then it continues and he describes the Doe describes a bunch of other things. Okay. Now, I read that one for one particular reason, right? Because this post just came out. This article just came out. Bombshell sexual harassment suit against Lorna Hajdini, JP Morgan branded complete fabrication as John Doe is unmasked. A former JP Morgan staffer whose sources identify as Chirayu Rana has been accused of making fabricated sexual harassment claims against a high-ranking executive at the bank after an internal investigation found no evidence of wrongdoing. Now that's not good enough. Let's continue. Because obviously, investigation found no evidence of wrongdoing. But let's continue. All right. Multiple sources told the Post that 35-year-old Rana, now a principal at investment at Briegel Sagemount, is the man who brought the bombshell lawsuit against Lorna earlier this week. Rana's suit, filed on Monday under the pseudonym John Doe, accused the 37-year-old director into turning him into a sex slave. And this is the guy. The British tabloid, now quoting the now deleted court papers. Sorry, I skipped a sentence. Excuse me. The Daily Mail broke the story on Wednesday evening, citing lurid details from a now retracted court document that has been withdrawn for corrections. British tabloid, quoting the now deleted court papers, reported that Hajdini, executive director on JP Morgan leverage finance team, even turned up unannounced at his apartment and forced him to have sex. She said in a statement issued to the Post via her lawyers, she categorically denies the allegations. She has never engaged in inappropriate conduct with this individual of any kind and has never even been to the location where the alleged sexual assault supposedly took place. He filed a... okay, so here we go. Let's continue. Rana, who did not reply to the Post's multiple requests for comments, claimed that the alleged coercion began shortly after he entered JP Morgan's leveraged finance team in the spring of 2024. He filed an internal complaint in May 2025, alleging race and gender-based harassment and abuse of power before trying to negotiate a payoff that ran into millions to leave the company. So, about a year prior... Denims told you guys to hold. About a year prior, he went... let's see, he filed an internal complaint of race and gender-based harassment to negotiate a payoff in the millions. Let's continue. The suit also named JP Morgan Chase as a defendant, accusing the bank of retaliation and failing to investigate properly. They deny the claims. And then here's the interesting part. All right. A bank spokesperson who refused to be drawn out of the identity of Doe said a thorough internal probe by the bank's HR department and in-house lawyers, which included a review of the team phone records and emails, found no evidence to support them. Following an investigation, we don't believe that there's any merit to these claims. While numerous employees cooperated with the investigation, the complainant refused to participate, has declined to provide facts that would be central to support its allegations. This is the part that's even crazier. The Post also learned that Rana did not report to Hajdini. The two were simply colleagues on the team. And so I bring one claim to the table. You know the meme of this is how male fantasies write women's dialogue? We're going to get there for a brief moment. One colleague described Rana, a former basketball player and Rutgers graduate, as, quote, socially awkward, but someone who met the requirements to remain at the bank. Friends of Hajdini who work at JP Morgan said she is viewed internally as a top performer. He has tarnished her with a complete fabrication, said one ally who was not authorized to speak to the media. Okay, and now that's about no trial date has been set. The lawsuit remains reportable because court filings in the United States enjoy absolute privilege against defamation claims, shielding media outlets from liability as long as they are fairly and accurately describing the allegations. It means they cannot be sued even if the claims in the complaint letter are later proven to be false or malicious. I like the bottom part. It's like, by the way, this is not defamation, okay? All right. This is a roller coaster. So, I feel like it's very important to mention something that I know stuck out to me the second I read the original article. And other people, other astute viewers of this broadcast also probably noticed it. but I'm going to say something wild here. Never have I ever, in my life, heard a woman describe her boobs as cannons. I have only ever seen men describe tits as cannons. Maybe jokingly, in a complete joking fashion. Like, entirely joking. Which means it is possible and or likely that this guy just wrote really racist, like, fanfic. Like, really racist shit about his wife, who I don't know if his wife is even real. I don't know. But he just wrote really racist shit about his wife and really racist shit about himself. She boobily down the stairs as her boobs boobed in the breeze. That's like level 5 chud verbiage, re-cannons. Like, I just don't. It is very plausible. Or she's a girl boss trying to mimic the patriarchy. That's not real. This is a JP Morgan exec, though. How serious are we being about this? Because I have many thoughts, but I don't want to be a downer. Wait, you could be serious. So, basically, could be the article representing it as exact words, not approximation, of course, though. No, I'm pretty sure the original complaint, it describes them as exactly what she said. Not even cans, but because I've heard women sometimes say maybe like can. I still haven't heard women say can. I still haven't heard that. I feel like usually when women are doing like the dom thing, they say like hits. Her gazungas were jugging and torpedoing all over the place. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think the second that you start reading any of these and you're like, wait, if I didn't know who wrote these, when would I think this was written by a man and when would I think this is written by a woman? And then, so let me also include this part as well. This is from the original Daily Mail article. He claims that the complaint that Hajini and other senior managers conspired to derail his prospects with aggressively negative references after learning his plans to leave. A week later, he claims the firm began retaliating against him. That included receiving anonymous, threatening phone calls from individuals that he believes were acting on behalf of Hajini, attempting to scare him into silence. And then one of the examples he lists is, quote, "Just wait till you're back in New York, brown boy," one caller allegedly told him. "You better stay away, snitch." Okay, as someone who's worked in New York and has worked in New York firms and has went to business school in New York, there are a lot of racist people everywhere. I have never seen anything close to this. Ever. This is like way off from the way that I feel like racist New York people speak. They usually just go straight to like a slur, like what is brown boy? Huh? Not seeing it doesn't mean it's not real. No, we're talking about how believable it is. I've worked in the financial district in New York for years. I've never heard that. Huh? It's giving blacks rule. Executives are not normal New Yorkers. Yeah, they're worse, which means they would go straight to a slur because they know that they would get away with it. I'm telling you, executives are terrible human beings. They don't feel like they have to say like the mild stuff. They just go straight into the worst slur you've ever seen in your life. There are worse slurs, probably would say something like tits, not cannons. Like, what I have seen very racist people say in New York is, I don't even know if I can say it on stream, but it references a towel. I've seen that. I would be like, oh, yeah. That would be something that a piece of shit racist would say. Yep. Mm-hmm. Of course, she is matching all the patriarchal shit then. Wait, but she's not. But she's not. But she's not, is the thing. Like, okay. And then it gets worse. I know what you guys are thinking. How could it get worse? It gets worse. Chirayu Rana asked for help with his problem from a chatbot. In the process, we can see major inconsistencies in his story. He originally said the abuser was a male. I guess he thought it was better to pick the hottest woman he worked with to go after. This is 10 months ago on the website Ask a Lawyer. He claimed to have ample evidence for his claim and left his name, phone number, and email. Rana calls the boss who gave him drugs and assaulted him he. Looks like he's developing a story over time. Eventually decided to make his abusive boss into a woman and also make himself a laughingstock in the process. It's funny to see him talk about his mental health struggles as a result. And the chatbot lent him a sympathetic ear. And it's askalawyer.com. And it says, the title is, I was raped, sexually assaulted, harassed, forced to do drugs by my former boss at Morgan Stanley. I was then, and then it stops, and then it says here, could you share a little bit about the legal issue you're facing? I was then retaliated against for seeking to move groups internally at the firm. Sorry to hear about that. Important to address the situation. Could you know if you've already reported these issues? They conducted an investigation, but ultimately made me sign a separation agreement. Thanks for sharing that. Did it include any clauses about waiving your rights to pursue further legal action? Yes, but I was forced to sign under duress. And then they say, like, have you gathered any evidence? He says, yes, I have ample evidence.
Denims is streaming.
Have you already consulted with any legal professionals? No. And then it says, like, well, thank you. I need some further details to help the lawyer. Can I have your full name? Oh, Mayor Cat, go! Yes, Mayor Cat, go! Yeah. Go. Go for stream. So stream can see you. Go. Oh. Why must you torment me? Fool. Why? Why do you do this to me? Bro, he just fucking goddamn fucking whatever. We can't see the camera. The one time it needed to be bigger. Oh, damn you! Why? Why must you? Oh. Stupid cat, you make me look bad. Thank you. Get in the wheel now. Aww. Look how fun it is when I move the run. Oh. He's not interested. Whatever. Okay. All right. Well, maybe I can switch really fast to the big screen the second that he... on my right now. All right. So anyways, he continues here and then talks about this stuff and then room. So yeah, that's this is apparently the entire story. It does seem like at least some part of it may or may not be fabricated. He did in fact rescind and withdraw the official filing to correct it for, again, quote, mistakes. So fanfic or real. And I'm just going to say, you guys can judge it as you'd like. You can come to whatever conclusion you would like to come to. Personally, I know how New Yorkers speak. I know how, and I've run into, unfortunately, racist New Yorkers and racist New Yorker bosses. And I will tell you, first and foremost, they go straight to slurs. They go straight to slurs. Second, I have never heard personally, and maybe somebody in chat can correct me if they're wrong, if I'm wrong, ever any woman describe her boobs as cannons. Personally. Third, or slur adjacent, yeah, cannons. Maybe other people have, maybe you guys have met women who have described their boobs as cannons. Well, now I have to start calling them cannons. Which is a shame. Cannons are powerful. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nope, not one that I've been with. Again, I've heard a vast majority of women say the girls. Yep. Even honkers sometimes, but never cannons. Never in a serious way, more like joking around way. You're just not hanging out with the pirate community. Fuck. You're right. I've even heard them sometimes, weirdly, I've heard it described as torpedoes more than cannons. It's not one specific thing that rules it out for me. It's that all together added up is unbelievable. But you know what? Listen, maybe he will refile or re-upload or however that process looks to fix the corrections. The idea that this guy was writing, actually, I would love to see like literature nerds do a breakdown on this guy's statements. And like, I wish I could run it through a literature nerd, the way that you run things through like a chatbot and be like, what's the likelihood? Give me a percentage breakdown that this was written by a woman versus written by a man. And there was one chatter that was saying, well, no, she's matching the patriarchal stuff. I totally disagree. I totally disagree. I feel like when women are in girl boss positions, they attempt to mimic a different version of masculinity. Of like the tox mask power. It's still like drowned in femininity because femininity gives you power. I know that this is like maybe a confusing sentence or a confusing couple of sentences, but basically, if you want to have and hold, there's like a really good, if you guys have watched Mad Men, there's like a really good section where there's a discussion between, I was going to say Big Red. What's her name? The redhead. I don't remember her name. Joan. And she talks to Peggy and she's like, you will never be a man and you will never command authority by presenting as a man. You have to present as a woman and then command that same authority from your position. You cannot and you will never acquire power by pretending to be a shitty copy of this thing that you are not. Yeah, the character played by Christina Hendricks. And that shit is so, so real. And that's why, like, the female power fantasy, if you're talking about execs, is this. This is a crazy thing to show all of you. This is, if you're talking about like the girl, like the most girl boss idea, it's this.
What was the last suggestion you made to your boss?
I thought the Coke machine should be free.
Why?
Because caffeine helps us program.
Perfect. Smart, simple, and logical. And what did your boss say?
He said no.
Question! Who builds the products of this company? You do. Engineers do. Not managers. They should be answering to you, not you to them. Who else has an idea like this man's Coke machine? All right, tell me. Better yet, can anyone show me? You.
And then there's the scene with the music and whatever. But whatever. Let me say, this, any woman who has aspired to be a girl boss and to obtain power in a workplace, in a traditional workplace, wants this. Because this is true power. In this scene, this is fiction, right? But that's what I think you would want. As a certified woman and as a certified woman enjoyer and understander, and as a certified haver of friends that are women, this is what it looks like. It's not like dressing in like slacks and a suit and tie and then acting like a man. That's not girl boss. That doesn't exude power. You don't feel powerful that way. This gives you power. This feels like power, dude. You know? Sexuality as a weapon? Correct. Correct. Wait, no way. Fun off-topic factoid related to this. There's this 14th century poem about 7 or 8 women gathered around complaining about their husband's manhood. But as of 2009, we finally determined this was actually husbands writing a poem about what they imagined their wives were complaining about. And it was purely based on language used. Speech is real, dude. Speech is real. So anyways, the point that I'm making is women, when they want status and when they want power in a traditional office, do not attempt to emulate every type of quality that men have and every type of behavior men have, because it doesn't work the same, right? It's not as effective for obtaining power. And if your goal is to obtain power, that's just, again, not effective. So, yeah, if that makes sense. No, I think women saying, hey there, sugar sack, that bull is looking thick today. Every man loves this, and it's the exact same, the opposite way. Yeah. Couldn't hear you. Lucy Lou was looking too good. Sorry, you're so right. You're so right, King. You're so right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's all I'm saying. That's it. Not to be too controversial. All I'm saying is I have seen FEMDOMs and I have seen office place FEMDOMs. And this is like crazy. And if, oh my God, if if he was writing this fanfic and he just put in this obscenely racist shit in here, I have no words. I will have no words. Actually, you know what's a great example of why this isn't true? Or like, not why this isn't true, but why I think what I think and why I'm leaning against believing this. Look at the bimbification fetish guy, Kristi Noem's husband, and like listen to this woman who literally gets paid to dominate men and sissy men and everything else under the sun. And look at the way that she speaks. Let me see if I can pull it up. Brian Noem. Bimbofication. Where is the... I'm trying to see if I can find the woman or one of the women. Hello, Wormy. Hi, Wormy. Oh. Lose your balance a little, Wormy? You're good. You're good. Whatever. I'm trying to find the recording. If you go back and watch that recording, you will see how, like, the dominatrix FEMDOM women speak, and it is very different from this. You watched the Channel 5 interview that she did? Wait, she did one? Was it the... Is it the one that I think it is, or... I can't, like, find that. What? Is this shit been, like, scrubbed off the internet? I'm so confused. Maybe somebody else who has it can, like, link it. Oh, it was this woman. Yes. Yes.
What is the extent of your relationship with Brian Noem?
He was one of my webcams.
Is back. We bought the show back, hired a new cast, shot a new documentary, and it's live right.
What the f...
And they just didn't want it to be out.
He knew that Kristi was cheating.
Nice and fun, I can have tits, so.
Yeah. So the patriarchal structure and expectation, you feel like create a pressure valve and it just cracks.
That's what I think. Like, honestly, that's what I think. That's my opinion. I think that, like, men have a lot of unnecessary pressure on them and, like, the definition of what being a man is. So.
What do you think are some of those key points of pressure that men face?
Oh, I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know if I have a good answer for this one.
I guess you could say, like, I mean, I guess the typical, like, nuclear family archetype is, like, he has to protect the wife and go out and get the money.
That, yeah. Like, a lot of people are pushed in the direction, women are too, of, like, you know, you need to get married and have kids by 25 and have a solid job. And if you don't, then, like, you're not a fucking man. And that's just not everyone's journey. So.
I wish I had, like, the video of her talking about it, but... Because there is a video of her that she recorded between her and Brian Noem. And she's like, I bet you love me more than your wife. I bet you love me so much more. And he's like, yes, yes, I do. Which is way more in line than, like, whatever this... But I don't get why she exposed him when she was paying him. Wait, what do you mean? When he was paying her? Because she said she didn't like what Kristi Noem was doing. Didn't like ICE. And she saw that the initial photos came out. Because she wasn't the one who did the expose. The photos came out and broke out. And then she said that, yeah, I was there for that. She's a principled queen, bro. What do you want? Okay, but that's all I wanted to share on this. I have to say now, seeing that, like, he's rescinded this claim and potentially he had been trying to get millions of dollars from the company beforehand. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it plays out. This is just my entire timeline. This is my entire fucking timeline. The whole timeline is just this. When does it stop? You know, we live in a male-run society when all the posts are saying, I would have loved this, man, I wish this happened to me. Yes. 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 Well, let me close some of these tabs. All right. What? Megyn Kelly says JP Morgan exec accused of workplace misconduct needs to work on her flirtation routine. Now, if any of this is true, this gal needs to learn how to work on her flirtation routine. I'm not sure most guys want you to spit all over their head or their neck. Great takeaway, Megyn Kelly. Great job. Excellent takeaways. She's done it again, ladies and gentlemen. She's done it again. Excellent, excellent work. Jesus. All right. Okay. Now, so, you know what? Before we waste any more time. No, I changed my mind. We are wasting more time. Guys, did you guys know that this wasn't edited? I thought this was AI. I'm not joking. I thought that someone else did whiteface. I thought this was AI. That's real. And I was like, wait, I thought it was just the one Erika Kirk, like she just went on for like 2 seconds and she just spoke about whatever the hell she wanted to speak about. But apparently this whole thing is like way longer. And what better way to enjoy Erika Kirk dressed as Sonya Blade than with Candace Owens?
Comedians dressing up in whiteface, and I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband. And the list goes on and on and on.
On the heels of the White House Correspondents' Dinner, she tweeted that she would be addressing her latest traumatization, and she did that today. She said, I need to spend time with my family. We should have pulled the tweet. She went literally in one sentence. She said, I after today's traumatizing shooting, I need to spend time with my family, and then I will be on the Charlie Kirk show on Wednesday. So I think she just needed 48 hours. And what we got today was objectively weird. It was weird for a couple of reasons. First is that it was 9 minutes, and then they just played Charlie Kirk clips for the remaining almost 2 hours. The second thing is that it was pre-recorded, okay? It was...
It's fucking hilarious that they both talked in private and they're still feuding like this. Yes, yes. Do you guys remember they had this whole meeting? And they were like, wow, yeah, it was a great productive conversation. And then Candace Owens was like, what, you thought I was going to stop? No.
Straight from the teleprompter, and it was very clearly not written by her. But we can kind of go over the points that she delivered. And yes, there's been immediate backlash. And yes, I am already being blamed for the immediate backlash because it's always somebody else's fault when it comes to Erika Kirk, okay? So the first thing that's weird is the reason that she gives for people asking that question, why did you go to the White House Correspondents' Dinner? You literally just said you couldn't do your UGA commitment because there were credible threats and you couldn't trust the Secret Service to absolve them. Then you did an event with Trump, which relied upon the Secret Service. And then now you're doing another event and it's like a press event, right? That actually Charlie hated. He always made fun of the White House Correspondents' Dinner. So why do you feel obliged to show up here? And here is the answer that she provided. Take a listen.
Drama.
And everyone is asking why I even went to the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And it was because many of the journalists in that room have attempted to dehumanize me, and I wanted to meet some of them face to face, quite frankly. Why have a conversation about me when you can have a conversation with me? So, for example, a journalist from the Daily Mail came up to me. She introduced herself, and she was very gracious. She was saying, "You look so beautiful. I'm so sorry for your loss."
Wait. Wait. Come on, please. Please tell me I can find this TikTok. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm going to describe it. And maybe someone in chat can find this TikTok for me. But it's a TikTok of, I actually don't remember what the person looked like, but either they had blue eyes naturally or they had contacts on. And they said, I know what it is. How do you know? The TikTok is like, it's a blue-eyed person being like, do you like anything about me? What would you say your favorite feature is about me? What would you say it is? And they're like, you look good or something like that. And she's like, really? Anything else? Anything else? And then anything else? That's just how people with blue eyes are normally. Basically, it was just memeing on the fact that people with blue eyes, this is, again, just a joke, that people with blue eyes are waiting for a compliment on their blue eyes. I don't think I can find it. I think it's too rare of a TikTok. But that's okay. If anyone else finds it, let me know.
To which I replied, it is so nice to put a name to the face, especially with all of the slander, the lies, accusations that are out there surrounding my husband's murder and myself. And I said to her, you know what's so interesting? This is my first time at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and I find it so fascinating, the dynamic that is going on right now, because everyone is all dressed up, and you guys are co-mingling in and out of each other's cocktail parties. And so for one night, you are able to put aside all of your differences for the sake of freedom of speech. And then by Monday morning, things will go back to being an absolute bloodbath between all of you. To which she replied, literally, she said, I know. Isn't it special, right? Isn't tonight so special?
Any buyers? Any takers of that? That she went.
Any buyers? Any buyers?
And just for the social experiment of it all.
Fuck me, dude.
And by the way, I know we're not allowed to remember anything she says yesterday, but I'm pretty sure that when she sat down with Caroline Levitt on stage at a Turning Point event, she says that she didn't read the headline, she doesn't care, she's completely removed. We've been told over and over again that she's just not aware of what's going on. Now she's saying, I actually went to this event because I needed to confront these journalists who day in and day out, I actually know their names, which is more than I can say. I actually don't know the names of all journalists who write articles about me. I don't care to learn about their lives. I actually virtually never give them statements. Like my PR isn't open. You can just go out there and say, she doesn't care, because I just got tired of answering for things. But that's what we're getting. Now we're getting that she went there and she got dolled up, and it was because she simply just wanted to, and she even went to a pre-party, I believe, right? That was posted.
Wait, did you actually find it? Wait.
That you might like. Oh yeah, I like your makeup.
That one friend with blue eyes.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm great. I like your outfit.
Oh, thank you. Is there anything else that you might like?
Oh yeah, I like your makeup.
Is there anything else that's like on my face, on my upper head region?
I like your eyes. They're very vibrant. They're very vibrant.
You really?
Yeah, you look exotic.
Me?
Hi, how are you?
Anyways, sorry. I just wanted to share that to say we're at 4 minutes. The part where Erika Kirk is like, and he said I was beautiful. It's like, I don't know, did you fucking corner him and do, yeah, is there anything that you like? You're beautiful, I don't know, and then run away? Do you think that maybe is what happened? Maybe. I don't know.
As well, but that was just because she wanted, it was a social experiment. Okay. And next, she is going to say something that is ironic. Okay. She's going to call out those journalists because that's why she went to just like, I don't like you journalists. She's going to call them out for their reactions to the shooting. Okay. Take a listen.
If you were in that room, you had no way of knowing what the status of the shooter was, how many there were, or honestly, really anything. It was just utter chaos. And so during an active shooting, these journalists are using their phones to find moments to capture for clips. They were so concerned about getting a video in a room with an active shooter that they could have accidentally and quite literally filmed themselves being shot. Many of those people have become so desensitized that fight or flight became secondary to the opportunity of putting themselves into the story, which ironically breaks the #1 rule of journalism.
Anybody in the chat want to tell her what's ironic about that statement?
I love how Erika Candace Owens is just farming by saying, chat, you hearing this shit, chat? Chat, are you guys hearing this shit? You guys hearing this shit? Yeah. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna say something crazy. This is gonna get me hate, and that's okay. But there's a chatter that wrote something. And they hated him for he spoke the truth. Chatter said, am I wrong for thinking Erika is kind of hot even if she is a real life gone girl and a fucking fascist? And I'm going to say something. I'm going to say something brave. You should correct your sentence to say, am I wrong for thinking Erika would be kind of hot if she was a real life gone girl and not a fucking fascist? Then your statement would be correct because she has the terrifying presence to be the woman from Gone Girl. Absolutely. 100%. And as far as I'm concerned, okay, as long as I don't see anyone doing any Caroline Leavitt propaganda, this is acceptable. This is acceptable. Stop right there. The answer is always yes.
Anybody remember Terrell Farnsworth? And when we said that was weird, they said it wasn't weird. And now Erika is basically going, who would record themselves?
What's Gone Girl? It's a movie about this like batshit insane lady who pretends like she like fakes her own death to get back at her husband who cheated on her. I can't say anything else. But what you need to know about the woman from Gone Girl, the character from Gone Girl, is that women idolize her the same way that men idolize the guy from American Psycho, Patrick Bateman, or the Joker, or the guy from Fight Club. And it's an unrealistic delusion, but it's very tempting to give into.
In an active shooting. This is Terrell Farnsworth, doesn't know how many shooters there are, doesn't know what's going on. Seconds. This is not even a minute after Charlie hits the ground and he's behind him and he recorded himself. Take a listen.
They just shot Charlie. They just shot Charlie. They just shot Charlie. They just shot Charlie.
I'm going to say something. What's with the trend of people recording crazy things that are happening and then they turn the camera over to themselves and they're like, my good side. What's with that? Like, what? Turn the camera back around. I don't care about what you look like. Turn around. There's nothing even behind you. At least it kind of makes sense when there's stuff behind them. Because it's like, okay, fine. There's just a concrete wall behind you. Turn it around. What are you doing? Stop. Denims, I'm gonna die today, and you're gonna be the reason my lungs stopped working because I'm laughing too much. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He's dead. God help him.
I'm just pointing out irony. That's all. I know I'm going to get crushed for that. How dare you remember? I go kind of spending a lot of time on this case, and it's part of the bizarre reaction.
Spending a lot of time on this case. Like, she's a detective. Like, she's overrun with files, and she's a hardened detective that's going to get to the bottom of it. Like, girl, you're a YouTuber. Stop.
Actions that the public doesn't feel good about. So I just think it's weird to call out journalists for the exact same actions that your team took. That still works for you. Taking down cameras. All that's a bit weird. But if they started taking down cameras, you might think it was a little weird. Anyway, another part, which this is random push coming from the White House, and you're going to hear this from Erika and from the First Lady as well, where I'm just starting to feel like they're coming after the First Amendment, right? And bizarrely, they're going after Jimmy Kimmel, which I'm, again, angry that this is the second time that they're going to make me defend Jimmy Kimmel. They are.
That's what we've been saying. We've been saying that they're going to go after free speech, bro. Hello? We've been saying they're going to go after the First Amendment and the Second Amendment. But that's fine. Okay. Leftists are just wrong until they're right. AKA, they're right the entire time until everyone else figures out that they're right.
Are trying to assert, and again, on the heels of Trump sharing that about me, on the heels of his advisors sharing this information about me, all right, going after my family, that it's actually Jimmy Kimmel's joke that is to blame for the White House correspondence incident, okay? And Erika Kirk is going to underscore that as well. Take a listen.
If you can just pause and just take a minute and ask yourself, how would you feel if even just one person made cruel jokes about the attempted murder of your loved one? That is what Jimmy Kimmel did to the First Lady. He said that she had the glow of an expected widow. The glow of an expected widow.
Like, so
I mean, I think he was thinking of you. I don't mean to be the one to say it out loud, but I'm going to just say it out loud. I know my feed was not the only feed that had 5,000 videos that were captioned, everybody grieves differently. I'll just pull up any of them. I mean, honestly, if you try and Google, everybody grieves differently, the first thing Google suggests is everyone grieves differently, Erika Kirk, and then everyone grieves differently. And I am not joking. All right, there was a typo in mine. But Erika Kirk and then differently. But okay, let's pull it up. Let's go. Let's just see any of them. Let's see any of them. Let's see the very first video.
Hey fellas, and welcome back to of Too Much.
Play one of the videos. Play one.
But that's what I thought this was like an action.
No. There we go.
I'm gonna be honest.
Like, that was my whole feed for a week straight.
Genuous. 48 hours before that nightmare almost became a reality.
It was.
This happened 48 hours before the dinner. You don't think it's because Trump looks like shit? And by all measures, he should pass from like heart disease. Like he says he eats McDonald's every day. He's got like a growing infection, like Resident Evil style, on his hand that's spreading. And it's so bad that he half the time covers it up. And the other half the time, they have to fucking apply the worst foundation you've ever seen. How many subs until we get blue-eyed denims? That seems like it would be terrifying. I'm down. I'm down.
It's a joke. I can't do the Hillary Clinton
has the T virus, the Trump virus. It's there.
Campaign. I can't do it. I can't do. That's how it felt. Trump would make a joke about something and then they'd all get out and pretend it was super serious. And it's ironic because like Jimmy Kimmel was a part of that syndicate of people that did this. And I said no, and I couldn't stand Jimmy Kimmel. And I still really don't like Jimmy Kimmel, but they're flipping it now on its head and they're Jimmy Kimmeling it. Okay, they're doing the thing where they pretend that a joke is existential. A clear and obvious joke is as existential and now the source of shootings. That's that. This happened because Jimmy Kimmel made a joke. She may have liked the joke. I don't love everything that's said about me. Oh well. But the big news, of course, is...
You don't think it's possible at all that anyone would be making those comments about an Eastern European woman marrying an American who is rich, and that American in question eats McDonald's every day, is overweight, obese, 80 years old, and just quite frankly, looks like shit. You don't think at any point that Kimmel's comments might have been about this? Not a fucking assassin? No, he's only 80 years young. I just finished eating. Sorry. I don't mean to give all of you an upset stomach. Okay, give me 1 second. I have this thing that helps me correct my posture, and I kind of wanted to use the stream. My back is killing me.
That as she got toward the end of this pre-written monologue, not written by her, was that she name dropped Drewski and she name dropped me. And that was supposed to be, I think, as they planned it. And this is why she's got to stop working with Blake Neff. It's giving Blakey Neff wrote it. I know he's her writer for things. This was supposed to be a moment of bravery or something, and it's going to backfire. Take a listen.
Every morning I wake up to a new headline lying about me. I have comedians dressing up in whiteface. I have people saying I'm not fit to be CEO. And I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband. And the list goes on and on and on.
Man, it's just not, the performance of all of this is not good. And before we get to her claim.
You guys ever do the horrible crime of whiteface? Guys, if you could pick right now, deal with systemic inequality, deal with blatant racism at the highest level and the lowest level, deal with significantly more police brutality, or sometimes people put on whiteface and they say, oh, I know my keys are over here somewhere. Ah, shucks. Which one do you think, which one do you think would be, I'm just curious what you guys would pick. I'm just curious. Just curious.
In which people immediately checked her on, and it was not trending in a good way. It's not trending for her in a good way. The reaction to this, whatever this was supposed to be, just an obvious lie. She wakes up to headlines and Candace Owens saying that she killed her husband. Now, I'll show you how they're trying to clean it up. It's similar to UGA. It's going to be narcissistic abuse, where they blame it. They find try a way to wiggle out of Erika lying, as opposed to saying, oh, she misspoke. They're going to try to assert that, no, Candace did say this. But overall, before we even get to that, the response has just been brutal, okay? Everyone is calling her out. They're saying that the look is wrong. People are making fun of saying that she looks like she came dressed up as the assassin that was walking up the stairs, allegedly. But also just her general demeanor. Okay, here are just some of the reactions. We can go through them. I guess I missed it. When did Candace Owens mention anywhere in the podcast that you murdered your husband? You didn't miss it. I trust gas station sushi more than I trust Erika Kirk. This user writes, I was hoping you were going to...
That is a crazy line. I trust gas station sushi. That's so much. Which fucking idiot, which fucking bozo came up with the idea, I don't trust you as far as I could throw you, or I trust you as far as I can throw you? That sucks. Boo. Dog shit. Let's fucking retire that one. That one is ass. What is that? Such a stupid statement. I trust gas station sushi more than I trust Erika Kirk, or anyone for that matter, is an insane line. I have saved that. I have seared it into my memory. Holy.
To address all the questions being asked of you.
I see people keep mentioning it, so I was going to do it at the end, but we can take an intermission and then we can watch it. And then maybe we'll watch it again because I'm sure people will bring it up again.
I have people saying I'm not fit to be CEO, and I have Candace Owens claiming...
Wait, am I wrong for loving this? It feels a little wrong. Yeah, this is actually the one instance where I can say this. I mean, you could also just say, I trust you as much as I trust Erika Kirk. Let me just say something. What do I always say? This is actually the one context where I can say this. What do I always say? You don't ever actually have to hand it to anyone. Sometimes you can just grab the popcorn and enjoy the show. Get a bigger camera. I have never said that. I have literally never said that. I don't know why. No.
I murdered my husband, and the list goes on and on and on.
And I get on camera and I show everybody how batshit crazy I am. And the evidence goes on and on and on and on. And I will not stop, because just Monday, I said I was taking time off to be with my family. And now it's Thursday, and I am hosting a podcast clip, because in Turning Point, you can both take time off from work and work at the exact same time. And this hypocrisy can go on and on and on and on.
Jennifer Welch using her power, her white woman power, for evil, or maybe for good, is so amazing. Beautiful. 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 I'm telling you guys, I think the best thing I've ever said, and I stand by it. I was riffing on stream when I was talking about it, but I stand by it now. If you have a chud parent, especially a chud mom, you need to do something unethical to do something ethical. And that is, oh, you get the new, has your phone been slow lately? Has it been lagging a little? Has your phone been lagging a little? Yeah, there's like a new update. I can fix it for you. It was happening with mine, so I thought maybe it was happening with you. If you just want to hand over your phone really fast, close some fucking tabs so it goes a little faster. And then you gotta go to their Instagram reels, and you have to downvote every chud video, and you have to start putting Jennifer Welch on their page. Watch a bunch of Jennifer Welch clips on Instagram reels and like as many as you can. Just like as many as you can in a row, all right? As fast as you can before anyone can catch on. And then be like, all right, your phone should be a lot faster. It should be a lot faster now. I'm saying,
lecture was pointless. We're just getting lectured every day. We're so tired of being lectured. This person writes, Candace Owens never once made the explicit claim that you murdered your husband. All she has accused you of is being a liar and a fraud. By the way, when that is my repeat accusation, which I've proven that you lie, it's best not to lie in the monologue that you're going to come after me, right? Like that, come on, lights on, guys. This person says, so she's not resigning. She's ruining Turning Point USA. She should just go home and stay at her mom and stay as a mom to those poor kids that have no parents at this point. Here is another tweet. This person wrote, if Erika truly is just a grieving widow and not actually a bad person, which is now because
I bought my chud mom, Jen's book, and now my mom is a super lib. I'll take that. I'll take it.
Becoming harder and harder to believe, then somebody around her who cares needs to tell her the following. 1, her disposition is totally unlikable. 2, her delivery is completely untrustworthy. And 3, every time she opens her mouth, she digs herself a bigger hole. I would rather not tell a widow how to grieve, but I would advise a wannabe astroturfed CEO to go home and spend some more time with her kids that she claims to love so much. Here's another couple of funny tweets. Did Erika tell her stylist to, quote, give me the assassin outfit today? Another one, Erika Kirk trying to prove to us that she did not try to kill her husband. These are obvious jokes, guys. I know they're now criminalizing jokes, but these are jokes, okay? Erika Kirk out here dressing like Eminem when he got sober. I did not see that one before. That's very funny. This person, why is Erika Kirk wearing something that looks eerily similar to an Imperial officer's uniform?
I did not see this one, but they're so right. She is dressed exactly like a fucking Star Wars Imperial agent.
From Star Wars, it fits the theme music when they walk out. So yeah, across the board, people are laughing, they're mocking it, they're saying it was, you're lying, and also it's just weird. It was weird and it was awkward. And speaking of the lying, which, like I said, many people called out right away, as that person said, I've never made that statement on this podcast. Of course, they instantly then started realizing that they needed to defend it. And of course, they came out with 2 different excuses, okay? Blake Neff came out and said, well, Candace didn't say it, but she implied it. She implied it in the episode where I said that the police should drag Erika in for questioning, that Charlie would have already been dragged. He probably would have been arrested until further notice and asked questions if we had found this many holes in his story. Like, of course, they should have her phone. They should be asking her questions about various lies, because that's just how it works. So that was Blake Neff's excuse. Now, Andrew Colvet's excuse is even more bizarre. Andrew Colvet is going to present an out-of-context text message, which looks like it got passed around at Turning Point USA. Look, I got to give Andrew Colvet, like, they're never on board with, they're all like running in different directions, but he is the king of the narcissistic abuse of the public, right? He instantly comes out and starts chastising us, and he can never just be like, you know what? I would have instantly said she fumbled over her words. She meant to say that she feels Candace implied it. But of course, that would have been a hard sell because it's very clearly scripted.
I have to say, I love Candace Owens being like, I would never suggest that Erika Kirk definitely for sure murdered her husband. I wouldn't say that. I would never suggest it or suggest you look at all of the evidence and suggest that maybe her phone should be searched and suggest that we need to do a full, double checking of everything that's ever happened in TPUSA. I would never.
And look, you have all over the internet, people are calling her out for lying. Why would she utter that statement? Why would she say that I accused her of murdering her husband? And as it was going viral, too many people obviously watched the show. So they just clocked it immediately. So Andrew did his thing, right? To prove this was real, he presented a screenshot of a text message joke. A joke definitively sent by me. And I will say right now, Andrew Colvet, you have my full permission to release the entire conversation, because how dare you remove this joke from its context, okay? And it's a message that had never been revealed to the public. I stand by it. I'm assuming employees passed this around. It now kind of explains why so many people got fired. I think I'm grasping some understanding of that. And he presented it as an authentic exchange. Despite the cry emojis, I was being asked, what questions I planned to ask Erika when we met up at the end of December. So you recall at this time, this was during the week where Erika was going viral for her interview with Barry Weiss for a number of very funny reasons. And they were pushing real hard in the press to assert that
Wait, I want her to show us the joke. Wait, why not show us the joke? Wait, she's going to show it to us.
Asking Erika any questions was despicable, off record, and it equated to accusing her of murdering her own husband. Okay, so I sent this as a joke, an obvious joke, which they know is a joke because when I met up with Erika, I never asked this question and I was being funny, and I still think it's funny actually. I said this in response. I said, and that's on, this is the tweet.
God, why is it so
the person
low
is
quality?
asking, what are you going to ask her? At the bottom here, you can see I said, I'm asking everything. First question, why did you murder your husband? Cry emoji.
And then there's a crying, laughing emoji. And then I think like a shrug emoji. And then like, I don't even know what this third one is.
Emoji, cry emoji. And again, the context of this was us making fun of Barry Weiss and Ben Shapiro and the syndicate of people that had come out and said that asking any questions about Erika Kirk at all was...
That is very funny that he posted this thinking it was a slam dunk on Candace Owens. Like, yes, the crying, laughing emoji. I'm serious. Or sorry, first question. Why did you murder your husband? Bro. Oh my God, dude. Isn't it great that like this is what the hogs argue about? Wait, why is this a photo of something that could have been a screenshot? Whatever. I don't understand. Oh my God, dude. Did you take a picture of her monitor showing a screenshot of a phone screen taken with a phone? Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand. Totally 100% natural text interaction.
Akin to...
Well, anyways. I think that's about it. And then she just goes on and on about how like, yeah, she does someone in chat was saying, but she's doing like the fucking, the whitest kids bit where it's like, it is illegal to make jokes saying that Erika Kirk killed her husband. It is illegal to ask whether or not Erika Kirk killed her husband. You should never do that. No one should ever think that Erika Kirk murdered her husband. Everyone knows that that would be very wrong and very illegal. God. All right, let me close this shit. Now, horrible news. Horrible news. It's time to be tortured, chat. Oh, that's what we should call Thursdays. We should call them Torture Thursdays. Okay, we're doing it.
Your eggs are drying up.
30 minutes. We just get to the segment that's actually I don't know that I have enough soul in me for all of this.
Their dreams to start a family. There is not much discussion about men's desire to have children. Like many things, it's not really something they talk about publicly. That was until a certain video game came out.
Just, what are you?
Men don't talk about how they want to have kids? Huh? Yeah, they do. It's like the only thing that incels post about on Twitter. Hello?
I am DI03367, a state-of-the-art pragmata created here at the Cradle. I possess basic life-saving...
How about we call you Diana?
Diana?
Pragmata is a sci-fi action game where you play as astronaut Hugh Williams, who is sent to investigate an abandoned moon base. He meets a childlike android named Diana, and they team up to survive and escape the space station.
If you are... Okay, I've always had this question. If you're making an android, why wouldn't you want to make her an adult? Or him an adult? Genuinely, I'm not like... Is that wrong to ask? Wouldn't you want like... I don't know. It seems like... Oh, for the plot? Oh, duh. You're right. Like, honestly, I'm gonna say something even bolder. You know the people that like, me see if I can find it. I don't know what I would even look up to find it, but what the fuck is her name in Halo? Celeste. What the hell is her name? Cortana. I'm here for like the make Cortana incredibly sexy. It's an AI. Wouldn't you want to make the? I mean, you either okay, if the AI is like a true AI in like the fiction in the sci-fi way, they should be able to make themselves how they want to because you know free will or whatever. But if they're like a fake AI and they have no preference for how you portray them, I am totally here for make the AI as sexy as you want it to be. I am here. All right, I'm here. I think you should be able to make it as sexy as you want. But like, I guess I just don't get. I guess I don't get. Like, I was making an AI. I would feel like I would never make it. Maybe in the plot. Maybe the story. I haven't played this game, so it's possible that later in the story that's a plot point because like the AI needed to be a child, so people would protect it or something. I don't fucking know. Maybe that's elaborated on later. In which case, I'd be like, okay, sure, sure. Make ChatGPT hot again. A real AI would mold itself into the configuration that you desired most. Well, what do you mean by real there? On some Blade Runner Ryan Gosling chud type shit? Yes! Yes, exactly! Yes. The robot doesn't need to be a child to be small enough to carry. I mean, Lo Kirk, if you would kill Wally, you're a sociopath. If you took this game and you created Wally instead, and you were like, yeah, fuck that stupid robot. I hate that robot, and I want that fucking robot to die. You're a sociopath, okay? You're a crazy person. Because Wally is sweet. Is a sweet little angel. You don't need to make it look like a person for it to have... I say hi to every single one of the little robots that, like, carry food, that deliver food. People with this sorry, somebody said this is like pedo-coded or something like that. It's not. People with this mentality have no childs of their own and or have more mental capacity to understand what having a child feels like or to be with a child. Yeah, but like... AIing yourself children or like androiding yourself children is definitely weirder. Forget about like the pedo whatever shit because I'm not even thinking about that or considering that. It's like let's not think about that. Androiding yourself a wife or a husband is significantly less weird than androiding yourself a child. Like one of those is definitely like both of them are weird. But you gotta agree, one of those is definitely weirder. Include the response. The response to what? Huh? What you were responding to? I already said that. Hello? I'm not gonna go and find this chat message. I already said what you were responding to. I guess maybe if your kid died or something, but otherwise not. Like, yeah. I mean, do you guys know that, like... Oh, no, I don't even think I should show it to you guys. I don't even think I could show it to you guys. Can I tell you the story with light spoilers? Yes, please, and thank you. What's more weird, Android child or Android pet? Android child has to be, like, that feels, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I'm fucking mistaken. Feels like androiding yourself a child is insane behavior. Nah, Denims, you're wrong here. Maybe other people think it's normal to want to android yourself a child. I feel like the android child is, like, weird. All right. Part of the story is finding out why it's a child. Knowing the plot kind of ruins it for anyone that wants to play it. Okay, well, I'm waiting. Are you upset about the game existing? Huh? Why would I... Why would I be upset about the game existing? Huh? I generally don't get upset about games I don't play. That doesn't mean I won't make fun of the people who play games. Point in case, League of Legends. You never have to play League of Legends to make fun of the type of people who play League of Legends. I just think your criticism on whether or not League of Legends is balanced well is worthless because you don't play the game. But again, I'm still going to make fun of you for playing it. I think that that's always valid. You can always make fun of the group of people that play a game. And in the same vein, the type of people being like, this one game is finally undoing years of feminist propaganda. It's like, have you spoken to women? Women want to have kids, man. Women want to have kids. Have you skipped child? Okay, whatever. I don't care. Messages make no sense. You type too slow.
Along the way.
Oh, okay. I'm just confused what this convo is about. Joan had made this video about this game and then mentioned Hassan or something and then said that he hates incels or something. So I'm watching her video because I hate myself, I think. I can only imagine. I don't want to read the spoilers, Sissa, out loud. You discover a substance that can be printed into anything. Wait, so like, is it kind of giving? Wait, so then she's not an android, right? If she's flesh and blood, is she not an android? Androids have to have like robot parts inside, no? It's nanobots. Problem is finding someone with the ethics and values that would make it worth it. Asking for Denims, you demand better? Wait, what do you mean? Would you download a friend? Hell yes. Prosthetic body. Like a cyborg? Why are people calling her an android then? She's like a cyborg. Yeah, an android is just a human-like robot. It's just a robot that looks like a person. Please spoil. Wait, so is it giving... What's that one stupid book that everyone had to read in high school? Like... It's about some stupid clone farm. You guys know what I'm talking about? Clone farm, high school, Brave New World. I think that's it. No, it's not. It's not this. No. It's not this. It's not Brave New World. No, I don't think so. It's a different book. There's a different book. Island? It said Clone High, not Clone High. I think it's Never Let Me Go. Wait, I think a chatter just fried. One sec. Drama film. No, I want the book. Yes, this book. Did you guys read this book? Can I spoil a book that came out in 2005? Is that okay? Is that legal for me to spoil a book that came out 20 years ago? No? You guys aren't gonna fucking read this shit. You're on Twitch. Shut the fuck up. Basically, it's just like... here. Basically, they're just a bunch of clones. The main character is a clone that lives in like a clone farm. And they are clones that are made to create organs for their like originals. And they usually die after like their fourth like donation, their you know, whatever. And then, here we go. She explains when the clones were originally created, they were reared in awful conditions, and she set up Hailsham as a more humane alternative. So they like grow up and they like go to these schools and they like have normal lives on like Cloneville. But eventually, whenever the original person needs organs, they just take the clones. They just take the organs. And that's what the book is about. I don't remember, like, if the characters die or what, but anyways. It was fine. Wait, have you seen The Island? I didn't realize it basically ripped off this book. I was like, I thought the book was good. And the plot is great, but, like, could you do story time and read it to us? It'd be a long read, but maybe. The Island came out that same year. Oh. Brother, may I have some organs? What was I trying to say? Wow, we're so off topic. But let's lock the fuck in. All I was trying to say was I thought the book is okay. It was kind of boring to read until the reveal, and then it was like, and that was it. Is that what this is? Is that what Diana is? Oh, okay. I see. That's actually a good plot. I mean, the game sounds like it's fun. This is like, so this is a classic problem that happens with like the anti-SJW, anti-woke, whatever the fuck you want to call them, whatever stupid gay label they've decided to pick for themselves and their fucking dumb fucking movements. They don't understand the difference between making fun of a piece of media and making fun of the fans of that media. You can hate the fans of a media and love the media. This is possible. I can enjoy playing CSGO and also recognize that any game I hop into, there's a good chance at some point someone will say a slur. That's just factually true. It's literally factually just true. No one enjoys playing CS. I kind of like it sometimes. I don't know. Kind of like it. Like Cracker. Like legit, I legit like the Zack Snyder movies. I think he puts a lot of effort into them and I appreciate it, but that I hate the Snyderverse people. Yeah. I'm trying to think of like another good example of like a piece of media that actually is really good, but the fans of that media fucking suck. I feel like maybe for a little bit, that's how I felt about like Homestuck. Where it's like, oh, but I actually really like this media. Why are the fans wearing Sharpie makeup and then dirtying a bunch of hotels and then putting needles in cookies or something? FRIDAYYY is another good one where like FRIDAYYY is like, it's a good anime. I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. I think a lot of people feel like there's something special about it. I just think it's like, it's fine. It's fine. It's like an okay anime. I don't feel strongly about it. It's not my favorite anime. It's not my least favorite anime. It's somewhere sort of in the middle. And the fans of FRIDAYYY are so annoying. It's like the demons in FRIDAYYY are unequivocally evil. They are only evil. That is it. There's no black or white. Sorry, there's no gray. They are just evil. Okay? But then the fans will be like, this is just like people on Earth. It's like, no, you idiot. Those are demons. You're talking about human beings with a different skin color. You fucking moron. The demons in the movie, in the show, or the original anime and the manga, they are ontologically evil. Human beings are not that, you fucking shit for brains. Oh my god. Oh my god. So yeah, like the fans of FRIDAYYY, so many of the fans of FRIDAYYY suck, which sucks because the anime is good. Like, there's a lot of people I would recommend that anime to. But man, oh my fucking god. A lot of free roam people haven't seen a lot of non-shonen. I feel like it's just good. I think the thing is, if you've watched anime that isn't slop, and admittedly a lot of anime is slop, you realize that the media can be so much more. So when you watch free roam, it's like, oh, okay, this is just like a good anime, you know? Is that the Nazi tank girl anime? What the fuck is Free Ren and who is Ren and why are we freeing them? No, it's just like a story about some elf and whatever. It's not real. It's not important. But anyways, few things make me laugh more than fanboys who don't understand what they're watching and are arrogant about it. I know. But moving on from that, that was all just to say, you can dislike the fans of a piece of media and like the media. In the same vein, this game seems like it's fun. I'll probably play it in the future sometime. I usually wait until games like people are no longer playing the game and then I usually play it. Not intentionally, by the way, I just sort of do. And some of the fans are so weird. And I'm hesitant to even call them fans because I feel like the type of people that are like, this is destroying feminism. I don't even feel like those people would have played the game. I think they're just saying shit for like engagement.
They uncover what went wrong and defeat the bad guys, all while forming a strong emotional bond.
I'm counting on you, kiddo.
But it seems to have awakened something deep within gamers. Especially male gamers. The urge to get married and have kids. I'm not planning on getting married and having kids, but damn, this game is like fatherhood calling to me. Is this how women feel about their biological clocks? This game makes me want a daughter. What is this feeling inside me? It can't be. It's
None
like
of these people have played the game. I can already tell.
Like, I want to protect. It's like, I want to be a dad. They won me over. The white baby makes me feel paternal. I will burn anyone and anything that tries to harm her. This game is dragging out the innate dad instinct.
That last one was like, people say that about everything.
I want to like Pragmata, but I can't, knowing that men are also enjoying it. This is a game for incels. Babe, wake up! It's time for your yearly gamer culture war slop! It's 2014 forever, man. We are never going to escape Mr. Gamergate's wild ride. In this video, we are going to discuss the facts and theories behind the so-called male biological clock, after we discuss the drama surrounding the game Pragmata, and how a bunch of men expressing a simple, wholesome desire, the desire to start—
Oh yes. That is actually pretty funny. Notice how the weird dollar store make woman Tim Pool wannabe uses the term have kids but never be a father stareja. This is so fucked up. I'm glad Chu's husband let her make this video. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up, dude. Come on. The door is there, bro. Stop.
A family has turned into yet another culture war. Yet another gender war. The gender war. Men versus women, women versus men, the male loneliness epidemic, the female loneliness epidemic, dealing with dating apps, hookup culture. Do men like curvy or thin women? Do women like dad bods or fit men? Do they like beards or clean shaven? Oh yeah, that reminds me. Before we get deeper into this video, let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, Henson Shaving. For the last few decades—
It is not. Sorry.
Now, let's get back to the video.
No comment.
Throughout history, there have been countless stories centered around a very specific dynamic: the adult protector and a child. You see it everywhere. In video games, they call it a dad simulator. The Walking Dead, The Last of Us, God of War, Detroit Become Human, BioShock, Life is Strange. Also movies like Logan, True Grit, in a way, Monsters Inc. Shows like The Mandalorian. Literature has done it forever with The Road, Les Miserables, and many, many others. It shows up—
BioShock? I guess it's been a decade since I've played BioShock, but I don't remember it giving, like, dad vibes. But I guess it's been a decade. You have, like, the little sisters? Yeah, but, like, they're creepy. You know? Also, the majority of the plot isn't about you, like, it's more like, I don't know. Nuh-uh. On 2, you're a big dad, you know? I don't like that it's called that. Don't like that. I get this when I play Nunu and Willem in League. Okay, based, true, real, correct. So true, real. Real. Last BioShock, you're literally a dad. But yeah, I'm saying like the very first BioShock. It's been a while. I feel like I didn't get a lot of dad vibes off that game. Maybe I'm mistaken. The other games, yeah, The Walking Dead for sure. Absolutely for sure. That game is a dad simulator.
Time and time again, because it taps into something deeply human. The instinct to protect, to guide, to teach, to nurture something.
BioShock Infinite is the reason I don't pre-purchase games. Yes, join us, brother. Join us in the never pre-purchasing games. Yes. Yeah, for me it was Andromeda. I was like, okay, no more. No more. No more of this me giving you my money before the game has come out. No more of this. No more. I don't care what exclusive item I'm getting. No more of this.
Something more vulnerable than yourself. It is a beautiful and powerful story that has been told for centuries. And you're like really weird and an incel for enjoying it, actually. Incel game. If you buy this game, I'm gonna assume you are a pedophile. I feel like it's a breach of ethics at this point to design child characters for an audience of majority male game.
Well, the reason that these people are talking about it is like pulling models and then basically making like CSAM material out of it, right? It's the reason that like the Marvel Rivals devs were like, Penny Parker is 18 in this game, okay? Okay. Please don't. But just to be safe, we're going to design her to look 18 and we're going to say she's 18, okay? We don't want to deal with that.
Gamers. Like, let's stop with the defenseless girl the big strong man has to protect. This reeks of sexism and control. I hate these father simulators. Big strong man has to protect. This reeks of sexism and control. I hate these father simulator games. They always give me the creeps. This is low Kirkenuanly fascist propaganda and gives me pedo vibes.
Is comedy illegal? Is comedy illegal?
Wouldn't it be cool if I sneezed right now? Fascist propaganda.
No comment.
This is fascist propaganda. Slap me and call me Adolf. Zoomer women really look at a wholesome game involving a child and immediately— wait, what the f is low Kirkenuanly? After hearing about—
But the thing is, the comments that she's pulling, it's this— both of the comments are people that didn't play the game. Okay, I'm gonna say something crazy. People who play games don't post about the games on Twitter. People who play games hang out with their friends on Discord. I don't know how else to explain this idea to anyone who doesn't play games. Like, people who play games don't spend all of their time talking about the new game that they're not going to play. It's just, I just don't know what else to say about this. I just don't know what to say. And the people that are like, this kind of low-key makes me want to be a dad. It's like, you're not going to fucking play the game. Just like the people being like, this game is incel bait, are also not going to play the game. Neither of these groups of people are going to play the game. You want to know why? Because they're on fucking Twitter. That's why. Because they're on fucking Twitter. Do you know how hard I try to post on Twitter to take a break from playing games to post about playing games? You know how difficult it is? And I am not joking. I am not being hyperbolic. I am not trying to do, like, play it up for the memes. I took a screenshot when I was so proud. I was like, hee hee hee. Look what I got. Why is when I grinded so hard at the end of season 7 to get Celestial, and I got Celestial. And I did it! Yeah! And I was like, I should post this on Twitter for gamer street cred. And then I literally forgot. And then I literally forgot. And I was like, I should post this. Forgot. Oh, I should post this today. Forgot. Like, the people who are playing games are not sitting there posting about the games. And when they are, they're usually posting— the people who actually play games are usually posting about it on, like, in Discord servers about the game, or in forums about the game, or in, like, the subreddit of the game. Not on fucking Twitter.
toxic masculinity for the past like 15 years now. Finally, a topic comes up where it's overwhelmingly positive masculinity. And what is the response?
I think the funniest thing about the Pragmata controversy is that those incels genuinely think they could ever get near enough to a woman to impregnate one. It's not nuanced. Pragmata is blatant pedophilia catered to male gooner gamers.
Again, just someone who didn't play the game or doesn't care about playing the game. This is funny though, because the people who are commenting, not the incel, not the group of people who are playing the game, incels here, we're going to steal man, referring to the people on Twitter sitting there being like, this is reprogramming the feminism in women's brains or whatever. Yes, if you're sitting there tweeting about like, oh my gosh, Diana is so kawaii and I love this game that I didn't play. It makes me want to have kids. It's like, I don't know, man. Maybe stop. Can you, maybe as an idea, maybe if you were more interested in parenting and like being a person and then being interested in people, you wouldn't be posting about a game you didn't fucking play and how it makes you want kids or whatever the fuck.
It's not nuanced. Pragmata is blatant pedophilia catered to male gooner gamers. Why are people thinking this is sexual or makes you a pedophile? Because men are notorious for being peds and disgusting humans. They sexualize everything. You are not very smart. A lot of losers.
Is this like our first time? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to say it again. This topic is such a nothing burger. The problem that I have, and once you see it, you can't unsee it in like Shoe on Head videos. The problem is that she draws conclusions about like culture from like the dumbest people online. Shocker, people have stupid opinions that disagree with other stupid opinions. Congrats. There are a lot of dumb fuck incels who were never going to play that game and have weird ideas about what that game is supposed to do to women's like ovaries or whatever. And guess what? There are femcells on the internet that don't like incels. Like, it's just, you're just finding two stupid people fighting in a fucking parking lot and being like, this is the culture war. Like, no, you just found two fucking meth heads fighting over the last piece of meth in a fucking Walmart parking lot. What are you doing? I don't understand.
Are males who often turn to gaming or pedos. It is an unconscious strategy to avoid competing with chat, as well as complementing their own pure attorneyness. Stalled development. What? Y'all are full of shit talking about dad instincts and whatever. We know why the f you want to play the game. You want to crack the little blonde bimbo slut. What? This character design creeps me out.
I mean, I do think that there are like pedophiles that like probably played that game, but like I don't know. I think the majority of people are not pedophiles, so probably the majority of people I hope that play the game aren't.
Why does she look like a doll? Why is this blonde child with a blowout running?
Notice how she never shows how many likes many of these Twitter comments have. Why? She's going to show the one. Surely she would not cover this and not show the one of the guy who posted a clip of a streamer, a female streamer who did not consent to being clipped, with the caption, "This is undoing women's feminism and restarting their ovaries," or whatever the fucking creep ass post that had like 70 million fucking views or something obscene. Maybe not 70 million. It had like maybe like 2 or 3 million or something, and like 70,000 likes. Surely she would cover that one, not a bunch of posts from people that are like, whatever.
Around barefoot. I've not yet played the game. Is this expanded on in the plot, or is this just eye candy for creeps?
I feel like I'm going insane. She just looks like a cute kid to me. Like, that is just literally a cute little kid. I do not see the sexualization, and I am a huge pervert, mind you. I do not see what the f these people are talking about. Are there creepy people on the internet who are sexualizing Diana? Yes, absolutely yes. It is a small minority, but it is still disgusting. In fact, a subreddit had to be shut down because people were making not safe for work art of this child, which honestly is not shocking. It's Reddit. That's not the game's fault. The game has nothing creepy in it. These creepy people will always exist, unfortunately. I have made several videos about these people existing. People getting mad here are not getting mad at the people sexualizing Diana. That would be completely understandable. It would make sense if they were going to the accounts that were doing that and calling them creeps, but no. They're for some reason just getting mad at people liking and enjoying the game. They're just spurging out and randomly calling everyone and anyone incels.
Why did they make her look like a porn star, though?
Why is the child Are you okay? These Twitter freaks see a child.
I'm glad that the only tweets that she shows are the ones from freaks that don't like the game instead of showing tweets from freaks that do like the game. It's just like, this is the problem again with all She Wanted videos. They're so cherry picked. It's just so fucking annoying. It's like, come on, girl. You can do better than this. Come on.
Immediately sexualize them and think everyone else is as creepy as they are. Like, no, bitch, that's you. And Reddit. You and Reddit. There is nothing in this video game that caters to the freaks except for the fact that Diana is a child. Compare that to like Cuties, where there were up closes of real children twerking. That is media. That is catering to those people. An article recently came out from the outlet The Gamer that in the beginning talks about what happened on the Reddit and how disgusting some people are being towards the character Diana. Okay, fair enough, I agree. But then towards the end, the author throws in something very telling.
I have not yet played Pragmata, and that's because I'm a little tapped out on stories where men adopt daughter-like figures and prove their masculinity by protecting them.
That is their real problem. Men.
What? Okay, let me just get this straight. So when dudes on the internet say they don't want to play The Sims, or they don't want to play Stardew, or they don't want to play a game with like a bald chick in it, or whatever the fuck. You guys saw how mad dudes got over that one game. Oh, what is it called? Is this bald woman in it? Maybe she's Asian, I don't know. Bald woman game? Oh, wow. Naughty Dog game. Perfect. Bald woman game immediately came out. Here it is. This one. Gaming Circle Jerk, character in the new Naughty Dog game. I think the reaction to this will be very positive. Do you know how many dudes on the internet saw this? How many? Honestly, not even dudes. That's disrespectful to dudes. How many losers? Fucking losers saw this and they were like, I was never gonna see my money in Naughty Dog ever again. How did you make her bald? Why did you make her bald? Don't make her bald. Stop. Why did you make her bald? I'm not playing this game. I don't want to play a game with a bald woman. Like, okay, then don't. What the hell? Then don't. And then when someone else says, yeah, I don't really feel like playing this trope of like being a dude protecting like a kid or whatever, that I've just played enough of that game. It's like the wokest thing you can say. Or maybe people can just have personal taste and be tired of certain genres and they want something new. If you guys want to experience what I'm talking about, go and watch every movie in the Alien franchise, one after the other, and you will very quickly recognize every movie is exactly the same. Oh, we're on the ship. Huh? Did something board the ship? Huh, must have been the wind. Huh? Did something board the ship? Let me go by myself and check. And certainly not die. My turn now. My turn now. It's just me and the monster. And I survived. And that's literally every movie. Every single one of the Alien movies is exactly the same. And I love it. It's great. I love it. I will say by like the fifth one, whatever, I was like, okay. I was starting to get like tired of the format. Okay. This is the same problem people have with Marvel movies. The format kind of never changes and there's never anything different that happens. So people know what to expect every single time. And it can get kind of repetitive and boring. In the same vein, if you've played a bunch of like the protective dad games, you're like, I was hoping for something different. I don't know. I'm tired of this genre right now. I don't want to play this one. What's wrong? Like what problem could you take with that? You can't live in the world where people don't want to play a game because the female protagonist is bald. He's bald. But also people saying, I just don't really feel like playing this archetype of game is too far. Like, hello?
Men protecting people. That's just them proving their masculinity. And as we all know, masculinity bad.
Blatantly not fuel, whether you agree with it or not. The average attraction...
Also, the post... The original fucking article that she quoted didn't even say masculinity is bad. It just said they didn't want to... What?
Where men adopt daughter-like figures and prove their masculinity by protecting them.
That is their real problem. Men protecting people. That's just them proving their masculinity. And as we all know, masculinity bad.
Blatantly not.
This is the equivalent of saying people didn't want to watch She-Hulk because they hate women. Because the truth is, they hate women. No, people didn't want to watch it because they don't want to watch that genre, and maybe they think it's going to be bad. What is this?
Fuel, whether you agree with it or not. The average attraction trope on a little girl, blonde, blue eyes. I mean, the whole game is low-key Nazi propaganda, to be fair. I think the men who play this are probably creepy, but how is it Nazi propaganda? Blonde, blue-eyed toddler and tiaras looking white girl you have to save is literally Nazi propaganda straight out of the 1930s, dude. Sorry, I don't see it. Ugh, I really don't have the energy to deal with this. Just use your brain. Sorry, I don't have the energy to explain my...
Toxic. Does she have that eyeliner tattoo, or does she make that decision every morning? I don't know why she still makes it so thick. Don't get me wrong, there was an era where like really thick eyeliner was very in. But I feel like that era died, girl. She is too millennial core though, I think. She probably still owns skinny jeans. DBQH, so you might just be right. Listen, I had that phase also where I was like just really caking it on, and then I was like, girl, you are cooking nothing. You are cooking nothing. All right? We gotta go for a thin line look.
Schizophrenic paranoid delusion. Good. I don't have the energy to listen to it. Listen, I know we're all used to seeing gay, black, Hispanic, disabled furries in media lately, but
Literally, name a game, dude. Oh my God. Let me check my fucking... Should I go to the Steam store? Where are all the black gay furries? I haven't seen them, I guess. Are there a lot of black gay furries in Slay the Spire too? Are there a lot of black gay furries in Deadlock? Are there a lot of them in Resident Evil 9? I must have missed that patch note, I guess. What are we doing? Huh. Concord discourse will never die. Why can't games just like be bad? It's the same comic again. It's like, wow, you suck at math. Wow, girls suck at math. Like, do you know how many games flop that are just like medieval games? Nobody looks at that and says, it's because they're medieval games. That's why that game flopped. Like, no, some games just flop because they suck. Sorry, man. I don't know what to tell you. That's just kind of like, I'm not a big pirates person. I don't feel strongly. The pirate universe does not call to me in a unique way. And I've been playing Winrose. Admittedly, this number is inflated because I've left it open a bunch of times. It says I have 100 hours on it in the past like week or 2 weeks or whatever. But it's fun, huh? I don't know. I'm having fun playing it. Did you play Assassin's Creed Black Flag? You did, right? No, I haven't played any of the Assassin's Creed games. Like, maybe, it makes me, I know that, like, I think the Shoe on Head videos hit if you don't ever engage with human beings. But I think the second you engage with human beings or video games and people who actually play video games, you quickly realize how insane any of this is and how nonsensical it is. Like, no, people just kind of play the games that are good. And sometimes the games that are good are woke. Most of the time, the games that do well, they're not, but that's just because there aren't that many woke games. And when a woke game fails, everyone blames it on it being woke, even though games flop every day. Every day there are games that are flopping. Every year there's a AAA game that flops. That has nothing woke in it. There's nothing woke. Like, I just don't like, remember when they were like, they made the Samurai Black. No one is going to play Assassin's Creed, right? No one's going to play it. And then it sold millions of copies or whatever. It's like, what the heck? Bro, you people are so annoying. People are so fucking annoying, man.
Promise you, white people still exist. It's not Nazi propaganda. I feel like this girl character is an objectification of the idealized child. She's pulled right from the patriarchal white supremacist imagination, the perfect pure white.
Why can't she engage with the topic in like an interesting, unique way by talking about how the stylistic decisions to make the girl white? Because somebody, you have to understand, anything that's in a video game, someone made that and put that in and made an active decision to make that look the way that it looks, right? Why not make, as an example, in a way to critique media in an interesting way? How do you think the game would have done if the kid was black? If it was a little black girl instead of a little white girl? Just as an idea. Do you think people would be like, oh, protector instinct or what? Like, we could have conversations about something that's way more interesting than this fucking nonsensical surface level interaction that's just, these people don't like the game because of this and blah, blah, blah. Why can't we talk about it in a way that's interesting and be like, they probably did what most media does all of the time, which is curate a game so that it appeals to the widest audience possible. Because that's what media does all of the time.
Girl child.
I did see that. The voice actress for Diana is black, and I did see a bunch of weird right-wingers get really mad about her being black. It was so weird. Let me see, Diana. Maybe it'll come up. Where is it? I'm trying to find it. Hold up. I will look for it and I will send it to you guys or pull it up on screen in a second.
Must be protected so she can produce the next white generation.
This is it. This is the bottom of the... Whoa, epic chungus. Oh my, OMG, XD. Oh, fucking epically pond. I'm just going to tell you guys one thing. This is definitely bullying. This is definitely bullying. What I'm about to do is one of the most bullying things that I have ever done in my life. And please know, oh, is it wiped off the internet? I hope not. I hope I can find it. Come on. There was a photo that she posted years ago that's really fucking funny in hindsight. Come on. No, it's not in here. No, it's worth the wait. It's worth it, chat. It's worth it. Hold up. I have to speak to my contact. I have to speak to my contact to try and find this. Let me speak to my contact. What the fuck was the guy's name? Oh, I think it's, maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. Oh man, there's no way I can find it, man. There's literally no way. I think it's like gone forever. If somebody else has it, it would be pretty funny. It seems insane to me, I think. Who is this future Karen we're watching? No, stop. There was this like photo that she had uploaded many moons ago. Of like her with like her ex, who was like this like fucking atheist skeptic on YouTube. And are you looking for Isaiah 11:16? Stop. And it's this real, like, it is by far one of the cringiest images I've ever seen in my life. And it's like she's like holding a sandwich for him or something. Do you guys know what I'm looking for? The point being, that photo, I would rather have photos or videos of me doing porn than that. That is something that if it exists of you, your opinions belong in the trash. Those are your unsolicited opinions. I remember, unfortunately, I can't find it. It's not, no, I don't think it's this one. No, it's a different one. Maybe she doesn't want people to see this photo that she took, that she posted of her whole. She's like this, just holding this sandwich for a YouTube skeptic atheist. It's like one of the most iconic photos that I've ever seen in my life, and it like lives in my head rent free, like permanently. I've seen it. I know what you're talking about. I can't find it. I just don't know the proper words to search on Google for it. But whatever. That's okay. If you guys know what I'm talking about and you find it, please please link it. Are you trying to find Denims' porn? Huh? No. Armored Skeptic? Yeah, no, but I'm talking about a very specific photo. That's really funny, but whatever. Okay, let's continue.
Anyway. Funny how y'all have paternal instincts for a child with a model woman's face plastered on it, make her look like an actual kid with missing teeth, short hair, bare face, snot, and see if those instincts kick in the same. This game is openly catering to pedos. The gaslighting is over. Wait, I'm trying to follow the logic here. Let me just give myself some brain damage. So we make her look more like a child in order to not cater to pedophiles? Am I following that correctly? Also, the face on the left is like a child 6 to 7 years old, and the one on the right is like a 3-year-old. Diana's a robot kid. She's not a robot toddler. Also, again, she looks like a kid. Am I going insane? Like, that looks just like a little kid. Do they just want her to look ugly? Is that what this is? They want her to be ugly? Like, I need more brain damage, hold on. Weeb incel gamers LARPing saying, ooh, I wanna be a dad now, cause they're manipulative creepy freaks and like the ooh little girl with the model face, especially the lolicons, obviously. The devs know the male gamers hate a realistic or ugly child, cause that's not what they're playing for. If they made her look like a realistic ugly child, none of them would be saying this. First of all, why are they acting like it's realistic to portray children as ugly and disgusting? Children are not ugly and disgusting. Like, they're cute and adorable. That's what they're known for. Like, yes, she's made to look cute. Yes. That's how you know this game was not made by Western video game developers. That's how you know there was no Liliths on the dev team here. You guys would lose your shit while playing BioShock. Actually, BioShock is a really good example of this design working right. The little sisters are all gross and have gray-green skin. No, you don't understand. Everything around me must be ugly as f***, or I will furiously start masturbating. This all sounds like 2014 discourse, because it is 2014 discourse. Please don't let there be Gamergate 2.0. Who's going to—
It's almost like there were like 4 people talking about this and nobody else cared. Shocking. I know.
Be the shoe on head 2.0 to emerge from the Gamergate 2.0. If she's listening now, Just, this might sound very vague, but don't. That thing? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You. Thanks for talking to me all the time. Ta-da!
Is this supposed to be when we first boarded the tram?
Uh-huh. I drew it. It's for you.
Look at that. You wrote your name, too. Not half bad, kiddo.
This robot girl makes me uncomfortable, and the fact that I haven't seen female gamers fawn over her is interesting. I've seen more clips of her and that man, and that is not how kids behave. Something weird is going on here.
The something weird going on here is you, ma'am. You are the something weird. Men like the father simulator game.
That's a dog shit drawing from a robot. Can we get, when are we done reading the fucking Twitter comments? Can we just get to the point? When are we done reading the Twitter comments? Okay, finally. Okay. Oh, all right.
Man, speaking about the normal human desire to want a family and want children one day, and called him an incel. Cockroach behavior.
In any case, what is this? Capcom's Pragmata. Wait, did it come out already? Pragmata, it's making thousands of people suddenly want to start a family. You place Hugh as soldier, stranded on a ruined lunar research station. His job is protecting the childlike android Diana while fighting rogue AI. In one emotional moment, she gives him a crayon drawing of the two of them together as a little family. Even streamers who say at the start they didn't want kids end up breaking down happy in tears. So,
like, okay. So here's the thing. Why can't we criticize the people writing these bizarre-ass fanfics without disparaging the people who made the original game? The original game can be a masterpiece on its own, and if you play the game, or clearly don't play the game, and then say, yes, women are finally learning that they want to have kids. Yes. It's like, what the that's you're a weirdo for tweeting that. You're weird for tweeting that.
what's really interesting about this is all of these unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about like starting families and stuff. And I don't understand like why this has become a thing that they care about. Like, if you're a gamer, you should care about things that you actually experience. You should care about things that you actually enjoy, right? If you're a lonely gamer who has never been around a woman and will never have sex with a woman, why do you care? Like, why do you care about having children or like riding for having children? Like, it's just not something that you're going to experience ever for your life, for the rest of your life, right? This is something that I never understand.
Wow, maybe there's a reason people are yearning to start a family and can't afford to have one and can't seem to find a partner. They feel alienated from their work and atomized from their community. If only there was a political commentator around to speak about all this. Oh well, guess not. First of all, the only care about something if it affects you is extremely libertarian coded.
Whoa. First of all, what did he say that she disagrees with? Genuinely, I'm asking genuinely. I'm here to listen to criticism. I'm down for criticism. I just want to understand what exactly did he say that she disagrees with. Second, is the assumption there that he's never talked about material conditions ever? Hassan famously never speaks ever about material conditions and how they would improve people's lives, and that walkable cities improve people's lives and would improve general loneliness epidemic. I don't.
And also, very weird coming from a guy who understandably wants everybody to care about a genocide that is happening across the ocean. Second of all, what is this nihilistic horseshit? You never aspire for anything, never aim for greatness and meaning. This is the dude the media wants us to believe is going to save young men from the alt-right pipeline. Yeah, okay. And I love how he's like, unfuckable losers. Like, okay, congrats on the sex, bro. Check out this sex haver.
When he's talking about unfuckable losers, he's talking about the type of people that that don't even play that game and then talk about how excited they are that women are having their ovaries activated. Yeah, there's a good chance that if you type like that, you're an unfuckable loser. We're not talking about the people who play the game. We're not talking about people who like the game. We're talking about the people that talk like that. And if you talk like that and you're like sitting there fantasizing about women's eggs, yeah, you might be a little bit, I know, crazy bold statement here, an unfuckable loser that only wants to talk about women's eggs. And I don't know if you've been on a date with women. Women generally don't want to sit there hearing someone talk about their fucking eggs. In fact, I don't know any women that want to go on a date with someone that want to hear about how well their eggs are doing. One exception, that one guy who like drinks his son's blood or whatever is like currently posting about how his girlfriend, which he got, has like a top 1% vagina microbe. I don't know if you guys have seen what I'm talking about. If you haven't, don't worry about it. That woman has to be insane. She is either like the same flavor of autistic as he is, and that's why that relationship works, or she's just crazy. One of the two. And that woman probably would be down to have a conversation with someone who's commenting about her eggs. That woman is probably down. Okay, because you kind of have to be to date someone like that man. So, she posts just as weird. She posts like a freak. She is a fucking freak. She is a freak of nature, I will tell you. Yeah, the pH levels of her pussy are stellar. Honestly, good for them. Good for them. Two freaks found each other. Hell yes. That is maybe the only woman that wants to hear on like a first date how her eggs are doing. I don't think anybody else is down for that.
Over here, I'm sure all those unfuckable losers could easily go to foreign brothels and pay for sex like you, Hassan. Something weird about a man who could easily consensually get sex from a woman but chooses to go to a brothel. I don't know. Just saying. Also, 35?
That's like saying, isn't it weird that men sometimes go to strip clubs when they have girlfriends or wives, or have had girlfriends and wives in the past that would strip for them? What?
No kids? Like, I'm sorry, that just pisses me off. Like, sitting in his ugly ass $600 Gucci sweater. I swear I've never seen this guy in a fucking normal ass t-shirt. Sitting on his high horse, looking down at people for wanting something more out of life. I don't understand how—
That's not what he's criticizing. He's criticizing the poster. He's criticizing the person making the post. How fucking dishonest do you have to be? Oh my God, he's criticizing the type of person that would play that game, or more realistically, has not played that game, and is sitting there commenting about how women want to ovulate now because of this game. That guy's a freak and a weirdo. The people that are using that game for their political propaganda to talk about how women need to go and have more kids and men need to go out and have more kids, those people are weirdos and you can make fun of them. He's not judging people for wanting to have kids. What the hell? Oh my God, Pat's fan mic, you fucking found it. You found it. How did you find this photo? You had to go into the mines. Listen, sorry, I'm returning. We're going back. We're going back. All right. You guys need to know something about me. Okay. Before we get there, hold up. We're at 19 minutes on the dot. Where's the segment where she does it? I need it. I need it to be on the screen. We will find this. It was just there. There we go. There is something you guys need to know. I've been digging for that pic. Someone is godly for finding it. You are goated with the sauce for finding this. Let me say something really quickly. I have a strong distaste for lazy jokes. If you're going to make a joke, especially a played out joke, make it a fun one. Put a twist on it. Oh my goodness. Second, I don't think you're allowed to talk about other people having unsolicited opinions that belong in the trash when this is a real photo that you took and posted in 2019 on International Women's Day, where you're lighting the cigarette for your atheist YouTuber boyfriend and making him a sandwich. I would rather have porn of me on the internet than this photo. This is stop. Is that a bread sandwich? Why do you think she's a YouTuber, bro? Come on. If there's anyone here that has unsolicited opinions that need to go in the trash, Girl. Let's finish this stupid Hassan segment. Okay, and then I can only power through so much.
That this is their reaction to such like a simple, wholesome concept. Like, literally, no joke, the entire meaning of life is somehow confusing to Hassan Piker, anti-natalist. If I saw a child that looked like that, I'd probably attack it. I felt like hitting her. The right wing.
We're back to Twitter. Okay, that's it. Okay, so she does not comment on anything Hassan actually says, and then says that Hassan thinks that people shouldn't want to have kids or something. He doesn't even say that in the clip, but okay. And then that's it. We move on, and we're right back to Twitter comments. And we're back to Twitter comments. Oh my God, Jesus. Okay, and I guess that's it. And then she talks some more about pregnancy or something. Why is it difficult to understand that you can dislike the fans of a game without liking, while liking the actual game? There are plenty of games that I've played that I hate the people who play the game, and I like the game. What's wrong? What? I'm sorry. Why did she mention Hassan's age when she's like a year younger than him? Because she has a kid and he doesn't. So she's mad about something or something. I don't know. I think she's just trying to do like the reverse, like the photo of the clock or whatever. You know, like the rabbit with the watch or whatever. And she's trying to do it for the man or whatever. So it's like at least there is a joke happening there, but it's cringe because he's not saying that. He's not saying, yeah, how dare you want to have children? He's saying, yeah, these fucking culture war losers that are convinced that feminism is why women don't want to have kids are fucking brain dead. And I'm going to make fun of them because they are. If you think feminism is the reason women are not having kids or women don't want to have kids, you're an idiot. You're an idiot that thinks that immigration is going to make your groceries less expensive. Like, you are a fucking moron. You are a dunce. It is crazy that you manage to remember to breathe every day. That's not the reason. And if you went out there and spoke to real feminists in the real world, you will quickly realize that 99 point, I don't even know how many 9% of feminists are down to have kids. That are either, their position is either somewhere between, I really want to have kids, or I think with the right circumstances, I would want kids. I'm open to it. I feel neutral about it. I don't feel strongly against it, and I don't feel strongly towards it. And I think if the circumstances were all correct and stuff, and I found someone that I loved, and you know, we got along, I would want kids, yeah. And it is a very small number of women who happen to be feminists that don't want kids. And surprise, surprise, those women usually don't want kids regardless of whether they're feminists or not. I knew I didn't want kids long before I knew I was a feminist. Hello? It's like kind of separate from wanting to be treated fairly. It's a separate thing. It's like a personal decision, whether you want kids or you don't. So I just don't understand.
Denims is streaming.
Foster, thank you for the 5 gifties. Also, I missed it earlier, but thank you also to all the tier 1s and stuff. And Purified, thank you for the 5 gifties also. But pedophiles started eating apples, so now I have to stop eating apples. It's like, what? Oh. One chatter said, yeah, I don't want kids, and it's not because of feminism. It's like, no, I just personally, it's a personal choice for me, has nothing to do with feminism. For me, I don't really want to be pregnant. I don't really want to go through labor. I've never felt a desire to want to have a kid. And I don't want to take care of a baby and a child and raise a child. I just don't want to do that. And I've kind of never wanted to. And I've spent a lot of time around other people's kids, and it's never changed my mind. I know your brain releases certain like hormones or whatever when you give birth that help you bond with the kid. But like, think about you know what terrifies me? That the stories of like, have you guys seen that one woman who like, she gave birth? Honestly, I say woman, but like she was like 19. She gave birth and she like left her like baby in the trash. And she like left the hospital like crying. Like, if you don't think you want kids and you're pretty sure you don't want kids, you really want to have a kid and then regret having had that kid. She was in the woman I'm talking about was in a state that she couldn't get an abortion. And she wanted to get an abortion and couldn't get an abortion. Like, so like, yeah, like, well, if you had a kid, maybe you would feel differently. Maybe I would feel differently. That is a crazy maybe. That's like you say that about like trying new foods, you know? Like, hey, try this sushi. I don't know. Oh, but maybe you'll like it. Okay. That 18 years is a lot on a maybe. On a maybe is crazy. Sorry, that risk is a little too high. And not for me, but for this poor fucking creature I'd be bringing into the world. For this child. Are you crazy? I'm not doing all of that on a maybe. On a maybe I would like it. What the hell? No. I don't want that. And you shouldn't want other people to make that decision either, actually. I actually don't want parents having kids on a maybe they'd like it. That's insane. That's insane. Whereas if you have friends that have kids and you hang out with their little babies and you're like, your baby is so cute. Oh, I wish I could have a baby so bad. I want to take care of one of these. It's like, you probably, if you already think that you've already seen babies that are adorable and the idea of raising a baby is fun for you, or just like the idea of the benefits seem worthwhile, even though they might come with negatives, or they definitely will, then you're probably not a bad candidate. Long before I subscribed to any woke ideology or feminist ideology, I knew that I didn't want any of that stuff. Ever. And all of the times where I interacted with babies, I was like, this is stressful. Even the positive, even the most positive, where you like watch a baby do something fun for the first time. I think the most positive experience I've ever had near, around, or watching anything baby related is like the babies that like, or the kids, I guess not babies, but like toddlers that like curse out their parents in those videos. Or like the kid's like, you look like a little bitch. And the parents like, where did you learn that? I'm like, that would be pretty funny. Watching a little kid say a curse word. It's like, what the fuck? When did you learn how to say that? What? That would be fun. But like, if none of the other stuff is appealing, that's a like what? I would have a kid just for that one experience. That's crazy. That's insane. That's not, no. Being an aunt and uncle is the best if you're able to. Totally agree. Totally agree with you. Being an aunt is great. Being an aunt is great. But yeah, that had nothing, like I just said, that had nothing to do with feminism, man. Literally had nothing to do with feminism. I don't want kids. And that's why when you speak to feminists, it doesn't matter whether they're feminists or not. They don't want kids or not want kids because of their ideology. At the worst, if you speak to like feminists, the worst thing they say is, I want to find someone who doesn't want kids. They want to be a father. I don't want to suffer because I want this thing. I want to find someone who wants to do it with me. And if that means I wait a little bit to find that, that's fine. But I know I don't want to do what other people and other women in my life have done, where they're like basically a parent for their kids and then also their spouse that is also their kid. Which is like, I think it's reasonable. I don't know. I think it's fucking reasonable. Is that not kind of a little bit based, maybe? Man, it's not even toasted. Sorry, you're so right. But anyways, yeah, that was garbage, dude. Oh. That was not good. That one I think was that was a particularly bad shoot. Oh. Sorry for making you guys watch that. I just needed to see it myself, because even though she won't be good faith and like actually make a good like Steelman video, I have brain illness, so I have to do it just to make sure. And there was nothing. Why the cringe? Why the cringe, dude? I agree. The suffering needs to be worth it. Weak ass sandwich. You make us suffer every stream. I'm sorry. Sorry. Thanks for watching. :3. But yeah. All right, that's all I wanted to talk about, I guess. Sorry for making you guys suffer as usual. But the good news is, all not forgiven yet. Sorry. Meow. Meow. Why is Wormy talking to me? Silence. Worm. Silence, worm. Streamer is speaking. One more Kirk. Big Regals, you don't miss, so I'm gonna raw dog this clip. Oh my. All right. But you know what? For all of the suffering, one sec. Here, one sec. Normally I would stretch him, but he's sleepy and he's having fun. No way she's gonna hang that frame. Stop being a non-believer, hyphomancer. I need believers in my life. I have one of those bowls from my own worm cats. Amazing. Yes. Yes. All right. Also, thank you guys for the comments about my hair. I tried parting it from here instead of here, and I think I like it more. I think it's swag. Because this time, now you can see my slay eyebrows. I don't know how to actually, like, cunt. But anyways, I am going to head off, everybody. We will be back again for a Saturday FUNDAY. Yes, Mayor Worm, Saturday FUNDAY. Can I have kiss? Oh, thank you for kiss. Good, Mayor Worm. Yes. Mayor Worm. You always just look so done with my shit, man. Can't believe my streamer said swag. Stop being mean to me, hyphomancer. All right. We gaming tomorrow, fam? Yeah, I'm thinking we're gaming. That thing padded on the inside? No, they actually like that it's just cardboard. It's literally just cardboard on the inside. I'll get them like the softest bed and they're like, fuck you, I'm not using that. And then I get them this cardboard and they're like, perfect. Perfect. Exactly what I like. All right. Tomorrow we will finish RE2. I am going to head off, but thank you everybody for coming to the stream. Have a great rest of your day. Stay hydrated. Tell your homies you love them. And I will see all of you guys tomorrow, everybody. Ah! Okay, bye.